So there we go.
I
Right,
will
so
say
we'll still wait for everyone to loading
what-
and turn up. So
I will say what he was showing looked pretty neat, but I don't know how much I'm going to use it. But it might be good for players.
so all good. I
I
don't
don't
know
know if you
what
saw
caused the
that.
line. I haven't seen it. I don't know what the line of sight issue was, but the memory leak issue is basically. I think it's still there. It's just not as bad. Easy way to find out. Start up Task Manager, and then
Fucking cats.
pick the asset window and see what happens.
You two might end up in the Thanksgiving soup.
No, they fixed it. Keeping the asset window open now doesn't cause memory to expand. It's good.
Well, that's good.
They fixed it. Right. Just waiting for everyone to get here.
Did you
with
figure out your
updates.
flight simulator thing yet, or is it still just perma loading?
Oh no, I've been able to fly without having to VPN to the United States, which was the only other way people in the UK could make it work. We had to VPN to America, play Flight Simulator 2024. Because it works
That
in
doesn't
America.
sound like a very
or Dublin or the Netherlands. We worked out. But yeah, there was a lot. They were in the forums in the UK. People worked out having computer problems, no video. Whoops, that's a shame. That's guacamole. So apparently on the forums people worked it out. So for some reason there was something up with the UK. The UK couldn't run it, but VPNing to America or Dublin or Netherlands apparently worked. So yeah, apparently people across Europe were mostly VPNing to Netherlands. People in the UK were VPNing to America or Dublin apparently. But now it actually works in the UK. So that's good.
well. That's good. That doesn't sound like a very good launch to me.
Oh, it was a joke. Apparently, yeah, it was a. I didn't buy 2020 for a while, so I don't know. But apparently, they say the 2020 launch was still worse than 2024, but 2024 was hugely impressive in terms of just Fness.
Yeah. Well, at least the player journal's working all right.
Yeah, I just needed to get a free update apparently.
Oh, there you go.
Well, it wasn't a free update. It was I don't know. It was basically because when he rewrote stuff, supposedly he obviously changed something and it didn't work for some reason because I didn't have one of the prerequisite for what I had, if that makes sense. But anyway, featured. Here we go. Flight Simulator 20. It's telling that the day after launch, Flight Simulator. I didn't buy it on Steam, but Flight Simulator 2024 was prominent in Steam's store page in their featured, and then not long sort of after launch day, it got quietly removed. But
because of being busted.
Yeah.
Oh yes, I remember that festival. My mom used to take me to that.
Yeah, so apparently, there's 5,706 reviews on Steam. 36% are positive. 64% are still negative. So I don't have it on Steam. So
what game is this?
But it's like for some
Flight
games
Simulator
that don't release for games that don't release data, Steam is sort of like the only way you can get a percentage, right? Like,
yeah,
I play Diablo, right? The Diablo 4, and Blizzard doesn't release numbers. So to see like retention and like, how many people are playing a season, the only thing that you can really do is look at the Steam numbers to see, trends as it were, right? So, and, hopefully the extrapolation makes sense. So the extrapolation there would be that like 36% of the users of your flight simulator are saying it's a positive experience, and that's not very good.
Indeed.
you know, for a
Right.
game.
Indeed. This is it.
Oh, it's
Okie
good, though.
dokie. We got 3 of you in. I know I know Molly's in
Yay.
chat trying to get in. So I've got 1, 2, 4 of you in chat, 3 in game. So I will
And
start.
it's still in the maze.
You got out, didn't you? You got out of the maze. You got out of the maze.
Well, we finished it, yeah.
Yes, you also got out of the maze, and I randomly allocated who left the maze with what item because, well, why not? So I think if you look on your inventories, Franz, who isn't here yet, has got the lantern. Carl's got the slipper. Let's look at Bartholomew. He's actually got the Sultan. Bartholomew was carrying the Sultan's prize. Tatsuya's carrying the ruby. The reason I mention this is certain people might want to find these items in their equipment lists because it will tell them what they do. So Tatsuya has the blood ruby. Franz has the lantern of the hidden light. Carl has. Can I find
The
it?
slipper.
Abu de Qasim's slipper. And I think Aldous, you were unlucky in the fact you didn't get any. I'm afraid.
Does this Sultan's
That's okay.
Prize play music?
Sorry.
Does the Sultan's Prize plays music?
No.
Good. I'd have to destroy it otherwise.
So there was a ruby, a slipper.
Oh,
Oh,
does
there's some,
Franz have
and the
that?
lamp. Yeah. So it shouldn't be a lantern; it should be a lamp of hidden light. There
Well,
we
the
go.
Sultan's Prize is a constantly shifting and endlessly repeating geometric patterns are beautifully intricate, so dedicated study of the box consumes days.
It's a puzzle box.
Yes, there's another famous puzzle box
Yes.
that I'm far more worried about.
No, it's not one of those puzzle boxes. Although, if anyone knows any of the Arabian Nights tales, you might recognise the slipper. There's only one of them. Anyway, so you've got out, which is good. So obviously, you need to.
What?
Abu. I forgot. I've lost it now. Hang on a second. Abu Qasim's slippers. It's a story, I believe, from the Arabian. I think it's from the Arabian Nights. Found a retelling version of it. Anyway, so basically, all 4 items you found in there were relics, is what I'm saying. So the ruby is the blood ruby. When you look at it up at the light and move it, it seems to have like this red viscous liquid inside it. Moves around. And so the lamp of hidden light. Well, past you can tell, unless you're the one carrying it, it doesn't give off light and you can't see it lit. Basically. Anyway, so you need to crack the Sultan's prize. So you've got some choices with this one. You can spend, you can obviously dedicate some time to do it yourself. You could ship it back. You could ship it to Mina Harker up in London, or we could deal with the spam. Sorry.
What?
I can deal with the spam in Twitch. Sorry, the bot in Twitch. So but also likewise, you were if you remember, there was some other information. There was also you were told about the book that never was. If you remember, you can also investigate that tome as well.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, you keep fading off towards the end.
Hang on, I need to server hours. I don't keep getting pop-ups with their text messages. Okie dokie. So, yeah. So, what's the plan? Do you want to? You can offload the Sultan's Prize back to London and let all their experts investigate it, or you can research it yourself, and you can also look into the book that never was if you want to.
Well, we should definitely research ourselves because Carl has a recently acquired skill called research.
It's absolutely fine. So,
The book that never was leads us to where we need to go.
It sounds promising for sure.
Dreams of El Muradin.
trying to find where you see this Sultan's Prize. Yeah, The Dreams of El Muradin, the book that never was. Yeah, because you see, he said, even I have never seen a copy. I fear your search is in vain.
Probably read the book first. Play it first. It might provide hints on the Sultan's Prize.
Indeed. Well, in that case, then it looks like all four of you are in now, so that's good. I do believe you've all got some nice new adventure cards. Your bennies have been reset, so that's all good. So funny enough, the book that never was. We need some research checks now. Obviously, you can all go and do your own research, or you can sort of, if you don't have research, you can of course support someone who does.
You got a DA
Your
research.
Carl only has one Benny, or is there a reason?
That's correct. Yes, there is. You have the bad luck hindrance, which takes you down to 2.
Yeah.
And there is a reason for the other one. You just don't know what it is yet.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Probably have a curse died.
Well,
Although-
one reason is the internets are not supporting us this morning yet, or this afternoon.
That's very true. Also, if you want to be very metagamey, you can tell exactly why you've got one, Betty, if you happen to look at the combat tracker and look at the effects next to your name.
Oh,
But that's a pure
I may
meta.
have to do that.
You might have to do a research roll to be allowed to do that, though.
Okay.
Wow.
Do you want me to?
You
you
can
want
do
me to
anyone. You can if anyone who you could do a academic. Anyone could do an academics or research role to see if they can find out anything about the story of Abu Qasim's slippers. If you, I'll allow that most certainly.
Okay.
Okay, so basically, paraphrasing it, Abu Qasim was an incredibly wealthy, miserly merchant in ancient times, and but he always claimed he was not a very successful merchant and didn't have a lot of money because he didn't like spending it. So apparently, he always walked around in a very old, tattered cape and this pair of slippers that were really old. They were hideous, awful, and bad, and very shabby and covered in patches. And basically, everyone told him to replace them, and he wouldn't. So one day he went to the baths, and then a very important magistrate came in, and basically what's happened was someone hid his slippers and put the magistrate's slippers in the place of Abu Qasim's slippers. When he came out, he thought one of his friends had got so fed up with his slippers that he and bought him a new pair of slippers, which of course was happy for him because he didn't want to spend money on slippers. So he put on the magistrate's slippers and left the place. When the magistrate came back, he couldn't find his slippers. All he could find was this awful old smelly dirty pair that everyone recognised as Abu Qasim's slippers, you see. So the magistrate sent the soldiers out. They arrested Abu Qasim. He was dragged in front of court and had to pay a heavy fine for stealing the magistrate's slippers. At this point, he decided they were probably cursed, so he tried to throw them away. He threw them in the river. and they floated down the river, got caught in a net, and a nail that was in the bottom of them tore the fisherman's net, and all the fish got away. The man was very angry about this when he found it, and as he was walking home with the slippers, he just threw them through the nearest window he could find, which happened to be Abu Qasim's room. So the next day, Abu Qasim comes in and finds the slippers. Every time he tries to throw away the slippers, they got him into more and more trouble until he spent so much time in jail and spent so many fines, he was destitute. So that's the story of Abu Qasim's slippers.
Would anybody else like the slippers?
No, they sound like they found the perfect home.
I was going to say, you probably can't get rid of them now.
All of my adventure cards this week are combat cards, and none of them have any other uses.
That's fine. As I say, it was I completely randomly rolled for who walked out with what item, so I'm sorry.
Yes, yeah, I now realize how important the word random was in that sentence.
Indeed. Yes. So anyway. Okay, so that was Abu Qasim's slippers anyway. Glad to see you all have recovered from the latest upgrade, Bennies for all. Yes. Poor old Cole needs them. As I say, this slip. Yeah, as I say, this slipper.
Oh, thank you.
Say you. Oh, Benny's must flow again, says Lone Wolf. So there you go.
Does Carl get an extra complimentary slipper, Benny, because of his new predicament?
No.
Maybe an extra.
Basically, the owners of the slippers starts every session with one less Benny. That's the curse. It's a cursed relic, I'm afraid. You have a beneficial relic, you have a cursed relic, and you have a relic that has good and bad sides. And you don't. The deliberate point I'm making is you don't know what's the bad sides because I'm using a lovely plugin called GM Notes, so I can put notes on them and tell me what they do, and you can't see it. Okay, the book that never was.
So who's going to help me research this?
Carl will.
I did an academics role to help.
Okay. Oh, I see it. Carl, what's your research?
Oh, it's very high. Today it's 10.
He already has. That's why he's got the bad luck major hindrance.
Right, what I meant. Listen.
No, my research is 4, but I rolled a 10.
Research is 10. That's fine. Okay. Is it
Anyone else?
Yeah.
Helping?
That's a success and a raise. That's a success. So that's 3 successes in total, all told. Okay. But for rumors of existence, there is no evidence that the book was ever written, apparently. However, successful use of research uncovers the following facts about the author. Ul-Muradin was a mystic of old, considered mad by most, a heretic by some, and a visionary by very few. I will have to put this into. So if I copy that, which I kept remembering to make this a readable.
If you're talking, I can't hear you.
Really, is my mic playing
He's
up?
talking to himself.
Yeah, you went like
I
really.
heard him.
That's only because I'm talking to myself. Okay, so copy, and I do that a lot when I'm insane. Okay. Copy. Oh, your journals should be working as well, by the way.
Yep.
So Al-Muradin was a mystic old. He was considered a heretic by some and a visionary by very few. That's the first one you find. The second one you get is... He was driven into the wilderness by the elders in his town who didn't appreciate his outspoken challenge to their authority. Oh, that's the same one again. There we are. In the desert, he is said to have seen terrible things. He recorded the results of these visions in the elusive Book of Dreams. Okay. Ah! That is your success. That is what you find out about the book that never was, apparently. I'm going to make sure I haven't got a missing paragraph because sometimes that does happen. Just going to check that that's all it says. If I look at the actual
Well,
book.
we got the book, don't we?
No.
Oh.
Oh, that's what happened. We grabbed those 4 things in our attempt to get what we needed from the cave in order on the search for the book, and these are supposed to be our leads, I guess.
Yes, I believe
Is that
that is the
how it
case.
went? Okay.
Yes.
Is it on a different note? Is it worth? Can Carl roll research to find out how to get rid of the slippers or how to get rid of the curse? Is that worth doing, or did we already do that with the initial research roll?
Well, no, that told you the legends. That one will probably take a bit of time, but I mean, you can always throw them away.
It sounds like a parrot.
I mean, you've got this slipper.
Yes.
You've got this slip. You've got this slipper you don't want.
Oh, it's a single slipper?
It's a single slipper.
Oh boy.
Something is going on with some targeting. Someone must have targeting. Every time someone rolls a dice. Actually, if I delete, yeah, every time someone rolls a dice, everyone's getting tests, which is fine. Just need to, yeah, I think that's cleared that one. So we don't need that map anymore. Okay, so what's in the box?
In theory, we need this stuff in order to find the book. So I guess I'll just keep it until we find the book.
There's no evidence you need to keep the slipper or the ruby or the lamp to find. It's only the Sultan's prize that you need. Is what your research tells you.
Okay. Where are we, and where would be a good place to dispose
You're in
of a slipper?
Constantinople, aren't you? I believe.
Okay. Okay, I'll think about. Let's see.
Okie dokie. So it's time to solve the puzzle box. Each week you get to make a research roll of dedicated study. The modifier begins at an incredibly high number. Each consecutive week of study will grant a +1. So there we go. It could take some time, but obviously, you'll get there eventually, or you can send it back to London and they'll do it for you.
Well, we can definitely send the slipper back to London and hope that the ship sinks on the way there.
Who is the current owner of the Sultan's Prize?
That's Sir Bart.
So Bart can make a notice check. He can obviously give it to other people to examine it if they want to as well. Tank Girl suggests you lock the zipper in a box and send it back to your lodge in the UK.
So our lodge will be gone when we get it, right?
No, it's a suggestion. I'm just passing it on. It's actually quite a good suggestion. A notice roll reveals the shapes and colours all appear to be parts of the shapes and colours as they shimmer and change. They do appear to be shapes on the geometric shapes on the outside of the box. You suspect by aligning particular shapes and colours on one face, they will cause seemingly random on lines on another face to form Arabic writing. So you get an idea of what you need to do to solve it. In the meantime, obviously.
Sorry, it's Rubik's Cube?
Sorry? Oh, yeah, Rubik's Cube. So somebody's just knocked at my door back in a sec.
Maybe drop some of this stuff off at a museum?
No,
No?
just gets stolen, destroyed.
Well, where do you recommend it belongs? The stuff belongs.
Nvidia's causing problems with my microphone.
All right, so box is a Rubik's cube, and the ruby is something. Slippers are cursed.
One
To
is
find the book,
beneficial,
we
one
need to
is
spend, and to find the book, we need to spend what, weeks?
Depends how well you roll.
and we need to do it consecutively. Otherwise we don't accumulate the bonuses.
Well, yeah, it's
Then
just
I-
every week of research, so it's just we just you'll get there. We just have to see. It's a case of how long it takes you to get there. That's all it really is.
And I don't think
Okay.
we should send the items because there'll probably be, well, one, it's going to cause trouble and come back for the slippers, from what it sounds like. And two, if they're not with us, they'll probably get stolen from the mail or something like that. Probably best to keep the other things with us and just stay in the area doing research, I guess.
Okay, well let's start doing the research. I can support your research role,
Does
and maybe other people
providing
can
money
come up with.
provide any assistance to us?
I do have a card that might help. Play this, get a clue. Play this card for advice from the game master on how to resolve a current predicament or problem. That's my one non-combat card. Or to
That
find
sounds
all the
like you want
clues.
to use on your slippers more than on the.
Yeah, it does.
it does indeed.
I'll wait to. Oh, I guess I have to use it this session. So let's figure out where the book is, and then I can use this to get rid of the slippers.
Well, as
Or
I was asking
slipper.
Doss, does money provide any advantage?
So what? Researching the Sultan's Prize? No.
The dreams of Ulmuradin.
Apparently, you've got all the information I've got on that one. I suspect it might make more sense when you have more information.
Well, I mean, can I use money to buy assistance in this research?
Oh, I see. Well, you could hire you could probably hire academics. Yes,
Okay, that's what I was trying to.
I misunderstood. You could call in some favors or head. Yeah, I mean the Constantinople Lodge I think wasn't very impressive, was it? So you could always travel to another lodge if you wanted to see if you can get more help, or you can hire some local experts. Of course, I don't think you need to call in favors. I don't think you need to call them in as favors. You can just hire
Ulmuradin
people.
from, because it just says mystic of gold in the wilderness. It doesn't say what region, what country he was from.
No, I know, and I'm as in the dark as you on that one at the moment.
Okay.
I am looking.
So-
I am looking it up as. No, that's gonna help. I'm going to search the PDF to see if I've. Because it's a while since I read the adventure. I've been sorting out other bits for today that I up on that one. So I am going to. Well, actually, ended up fixing Holler this morning. So anyway, yeah. So £10 will probably get you a good academic for £10. Let's make it £10 to probably get you. Yeah, we'll say £2 a week for an academic to assist you, who will give you a +1 mod. Will give you a +1 bonus on your roll. The maximum academics in Constantinople that can help you are that's a
You
good roll.
said £2.
£2 a week. So if you wanted to hire all 4, it will cost you £8 a week.
Carl proclaims that he is a successful academic as well.
So this would be a group role.
So that would give us 5. Or he's a budding academic, I should say.
No, you could support, so you could make an actual role.
Okay.
So if you want to make your support research role, if
I'll
anyone
make my
else,
role.
if anyone else wants to support using any other skills you could think of course, support roles. You could be. You don't forget you can support the rest of the Rippers. It's not just down to these 2 who currently got a 12 on their roll total before modifiers. Anyone else wants to help? Academics very useful. That gets you to a 13. I'm still looking. Oh dear.
Uh-oh.
Oh dear. I do believe that gets you to an 11.
Oh wait, we're using dumb luck, aren't we?
We are using dumb luck.
Oops.
Oh, okay.
So I am able to provide a little bit of help, but in this process, I get arrested.
Yeah, I was just thinking that, yes. Unfortunately, there's a total misunderstanding as you were looking through books. You were looking through various bookshops trying to find useful books and stuff. And unfortunately, there was a language problem, and you'll spend the whole of the next week in jail until the rest of the party realise where you are and set you free, which is all good. So, okay, so total is 14. So
3 successes.
3 successes. Yeah, no, hang on. So actually, you roll a 14. So after modifiers, you get a 4, which is a success. So you actually solve the box in 1 week. It's a -10 penalty on that roll. I'm impressed.
Wow.
I am just looking up. I'm still trying to find something. So congratulations. So basically, as you translate it around, by forming the Arabic words, you find they cause the patterns on the outside to move predictably, revealing a kind of map around the face of the cube. Translating the hieroglyphs requires knowledge of Egyptian writing. So you've got the Egyptian hieroglyphs. Can anyone read Egyptian hieroglyphs?
As soon as I get out of jail, yes, I can.
Okay. So unfortunately, it takes a week. You had to wait for a week to get Tatsuya out of jail. But so after 1 week's, Tatsuya is able to translate for you when he gets out of jail. What you have is Collection of Light, Library of Alexandria. Can't speak today. Alexandria. In other words, I guess you're going to Egypt.
Egypt. I think it's time to play a card. I'm gonna get a clue for where the rightful owner of the slippers is, or how to get rid of them.
He's probably dead.
Hmm?
If they're legendary slippers, he's probably dead.
Well, somebody's a more rightful owner than Karlchak.
You suspect that basically, basically speaking, if you had happened, obviously I get to give you a clue on a current predicament. If you had, I wouldn't have done anything to your lodge. That's okay. If you had locked the slipper in a box and mailed it back to the lodge, what happens is after you destroy the slipper, burn it, destroy it, shred it, throw it in the ocean. A week later, you'll find it on your person again. So it would have somehow escaped the locked box and reappeared on your person.
It's a miserable parrot.
Yeah. 1d4 days, the slipper will return to the owner's belongings. So basically, what you'll need to do is perform a ritual where you will need to sprinkle the slipper in crushed diamond dust. Then the dispel power must be cast upon the slipper, and then the slipper must be burnt.
Carl,
And the
Carl,
slipper must be what?
burnt.
Burned.
Okay.
Carl is just a student. He doesn't have powdered diamond just sitting around.
That's not a problem. However, the dispel power might be a problem. You have dispel?
Do I have dispel? I don't think so. Let me check. I have slumber. That's kind of like dispel.
So,
I have
Carl,
sunlight.
you're the
That's
one who
like,
picked up the Order of St. George thing, right?
yeah.
Okay. So I can't
Do
get dispel.
I do know if you have arcane background magic, it is on your spell list. I did check before I made that the requirement to remove it.
I'm sorry. You
Which
said
again,
if you
Cassia can help you with.
Yeah, so I do not have I cannot access the spell, so I can't help you with that. I can, however, acquire the diamond dust.
well, that would be a key element. Can I get dispel, or is that
No, it's not.
impossible?
It's not on your powers list.
No, my powers list.
So
What spell are we looking for here?
Dispel.
Dispel power, which is on the
To
magic,
dis
seems to be only on the magic arcane
to
background.
disenchant
Oh, yeah,
disenchant
no,
the
I don't have
slipper.
that thing.
Well, maybe we can find somebody in Constantinople with that kind of religious or arcane gravitas or power or whatever.
I am well liked at our at all of the houses, right? So because I took that edge on our last one, right? So there's that. If we need help at a lodge.
Very good, Low. Very good. I
Okay,
like that.
I don't understand what you're saying about that, but that sounds powerful. So, I mean, we could certainly. Is there a better lodge? Do you think the Alexandria? Well, we should ask at the lodge here while we're here, even if it's a
I'm a
modest lodge.
faction luminary, so I get +2 on persuasion to get somebody to help us.
Is it the the Rosts that have magic now, or are they still used to?
Yeah. The Rosicrucians used to have magic, didn't they? But they were kicked out the Rippers. So.
But we brought them back in.
But you brought them back in.
I'm a Rosicrucian.
I know you are. But you used to have to keep that secret, but you guys managed to get them back into the Rippers, so you have Rosicrucians again. The issue, what I'm trying to say is, you know how to get rid of it, but whether you could get rid of it now, and whether you want to get rid of it now or head on is the choice you've got to make. I'm not saying it's up to you. I don't mind which way you want to go.
Pretty sure I want to get rid of it as soon as possible. now that it's useless. So, I mean, the other thing is I could find a shoe specialist and ask them to duplicate the slipper, but find a shoe specialist with a policy of confiscating unclaimed items after a certain amount of time, and I could ask them to duplicate the slipper and then not pick it up, and then by policy they would become the owner.
Okay, I think what we will do is, because I'm going to be nice,
and answer yes to me.
I don't think so. It's going to be more. It's got to be more tricky than that, I'm afraid.
Okay.
However, you do notice, though, I will say, Carl, what you have noticed. Let me check that actually works. Yeah, you are. You do seem to be able to move around a bit quicker when beat by beat, because you are the owner of the slipper.
Oh, really? That's not on the combat tracker cheat sheet.
It is now.
Oh, it is. So it's not. Now you're making it somewhat beneficial. I'll take that. That's fine. The other thing is I can put something valuable in it and we'll never lose it. As long as I
the logic of that. I like the logic
wedge
of
it in there.
Anyway, so
brings of course the question if the slipper is the neutral item.
no, the slipper.
The slipper is not the neutral item.
Slipper wasn't the neutral item. The slipper is the cursed item, but has a beneficial. There is a beneficial. The other item, the Sultan's prize was a puzzle box and technically wasn't a relic. The ruby has a benefit, and the lamp has a benefit. But one of those items, one of those items, and I'm just telling you this metagaming speak rather than your characters know it. One of those two items does have a disadvantage, but you don't know what it is yet. I mean, Carl only knows about the slipper being a problem because he noticed he had a penny missing, if that makes sense. Obviously, that's pure metagamingness, but from Carl's point of view, his bad luck seems to have got worse since he picked up the slipper.
I think the real life consistent. I think that's consistent because his inspiration poll check seemed to have a run of bad luck every single time he investigated.
Also, because he's moving fast. He seems to be always in a hurry these days since he picked up the slipper. Maybe that's why he's causing more problems. So the point being is, the slipper is cursed in that you can't get rid of it, but does have a benefit. One of the other items is the other items are beneficial, but one of them does have a disadvantage. And the other one, be it the lamp or the ruby, potentially only benefits one person. So that they sort of do balance out.
I forgot about an item, so I was thinking slipper, ruby, Sultan's prize. I forgot about the lamp.
Yes. And if you work it out, actually, given that if you can remember the things I did say earlier, you might be able to work out which one has the disadvantage. If you bear in mind, one's cursed, one only seems to benefit one, and one has a disadvantage.
Probably the lamp is disadvantaged and the ruby heals.
Tetsuya, as being the owner of the ruby, does know what it does. He doesn't know why he knows what it does, but he does know what it does. When I say being the owner, being the current
about that.
By being the current carrier.
Ask about that real quick.
Yes.
Is the number that's on the ruby, is that the number of heals or the number of damage?
The number of damage the ruby has absorbed, yes.
Has absorbed, okay.
So you divide that number by 3, if it's what I'm trying to say. But,
yeah, that's what I was checking.
Yeah, I couldn't think of a quite right way to phrase it. The ruby never fills up, so it will always be taking damage. But once you hit 9 absorbed wounds, you don't get the benefit. If that makes sense.
Does the slipper have one heal as well? Doesn't the slipper have one heal?
I'm gonna have to give you one for that. Dude, that was very good. I also will point out that at this point, Lone Wolf, when you were talking about how you're going to get the spell power, he went, "This spell? No, dispel." Anyway, the library, the great. Anybody got academics?
I guess I should, but I don't. I have research.
You don't need to roll. If you've got academics, you don't need to roll. You know that the great fire that engulfed the Library of Alexandria, basically a great fire destroyed the Library of Alexandria. So, however,
that happened in ancient times.
However,
does everybody know?
That did happen in ancient times. However, because you've been doing research on the Library of Light, the legend says that the fire did not touch the fabled Library. This knowledge the knowledge held within was so important it was kept secret and safe. In case one of the greatest the greatest of evils one day returned, and humanity's saviors needed to know how to defeat it. Something you would have picked up while researching. That's the Library of Light. Yes.
The collection of light, according to this thing. Library of Alexandria.
Oh yeah, that's interesting. The collection of light, but it was you would know it as you've known it as the Library of Light. So I don't know why it's saying collection of light, Library of probably just keep it separate. Yeah, but anyway. But also that's something you remember. That's not something. Only now knowing to look in the Library of Alexandria with your academics, you went back to those books you went over before, and you found this policy. But the thing that should be worrying you about most of that of all is. I'll read it again. The bit that sort of should concern you. The knowledge within was so important it was kept separate, secret, and safe in case the greatest of evils one day returned and humanity's saviours needed to know how to defeat it. That should give you a clue of what might.
Wow, that slipper is dangerous.
No, what it means is something's coming. And it's up to you guys to stop it and save the world.
Too bad the campaign is ending soon. We don't have time to stop it.
Wow.
We're going to have to leave it up to the next heroes.
So, given now that you know that the Library of Light contains the secret to prevent the greatest of evils returning, that does give you some interesting questions, isn't it? What is the cult up to? Where's the Library of Light? So, obviously, you need to go to Egypt, but it's up to you which one you want to investigate first. So, looks like Sir Bartholomew has spent £28 on first-class steamer tickets. So, cue the map of the world and the red line and dramatic music with a superimposed over a steamer ship as the red line moves from Constantinople down to Egypt. Across to Egypt. With that dramatic music at a crescendo, and then obviously it will just fade away, giving you a magnificent view of the city of Egypt with the Cairo, with the pyramids in the distance and at the docks there, and obviously just coming up across the bottom of the screen, it will say probably quite an impressive white font, Egypt. There we are.
Is that a sans serif font or with the full serif
Ian
treatment?
gets a penny for that narration.
Okay, now let's have a look at your lodges. I think there will be a lodge here. I know there will be. All lodges. I want to say Owl's Place. Is it Owl's Place, Egypt? Yes, Owl's Place. Because its specialist research is Egyptian mummies. So Owl's Place is the lodge in Cairo. It's concealed behind a rundown saloon. Okay. You can stay there if you want, or you can stay in a hotel. It's up to you which way you want to go.
We'll stay at the lodge. I think it'll be safer.
I would think the lodge would be where we'd want to go.
I agree.
Yeah, I think we usually take advantage of the lodge, but unless the lodges can't handle us.
It's the player's guide I need for that. So as the ship sailed up the Nile, you looked onto the shifting sands. So you get to the lodge when I find the details on. Oh, I managed to move the whole bloody page. There we go. Ripper's World, Egypt, right. So actually, you've got this information. It's in the player's guide. So there you go. But anyway, Owl's Place. Owls. The Rippers have a single lodge in Cairo, a rather nondescript saloon known as Owl's. The bar is owned and operated by the famous explorer hero, Alan Fraser. Since Muslims do not drink alcohol, his clientele is almost entirely European. Alan does not conceal his identity, but his fearsome reputation has kept him safe from the minions of evil so far. The lodge is accessed via a revolving booth in one of the bar's many darkened recesses. It is well equipped and staffed by dedicated rippers. Yeah. So Alan Fraser, basically the head of Fraser's I can't remember what the proper name of Frasier's
Frazier's Fighters.
Frasier's Fighters. Thank you. So there we go. So basically, as you arrive at Owl's. It's quite time of it's quite early in the morning when you arrive. So Owl's behind the bar, as it were, as you come in, and you obviously give the secret signal, and he directs you to a booth at the back in a darkened corner. I heard a ping as if someone was joining. I got confused there.
I heard
It
it
looks
too.
like somebody did join.
Oh,
now
I
have-
think yes, I think it's Pants. He
Oh.
has arrived.
Yep. Sorry. Trying to get fucking Thanksgiving organized and
It's
all the
okay.
shopping done before it turned into a madhouse.
Absolutely fine. I did actually think, being British and knowing that Thanksgiving exists and is giving, I'm getting all, and even now we don't celebrate Thanksgiving in the UK. We're getting inundated with Black Friday sales adverts. I'm thinking it must be soon, and I'm thinking, but completely forgetting it's on a Thursday. So I'm thinking, well, it's going to be a problem today, but that's fine. So anyway, Egypt it is.
I wouldn't think the British would care about American Thanksgiving.
Apparently,
was
quite a
sort
few
of
places
celebrated.
around the world do celebrate it, but they don't. They possibly are giving thanks for different reasons.
Yeah,
Well,
well,
I think it's a
you know,
marketing thing more than anything else, right?
Well, the Black Friday
it's
You
a
sale.
don't
commercial
care about
holiday.
Thanksgiving. You
Black
don't care
Friday
about
is
Thanksgiving, but everybody's pushed out the Black Friday sales and
Yeah, exactly.
I'm just more like, well, you know, historically, isn't it a celebration of the folks that left England to start a new place? Like, I don't
That's
think
half
the
of
British
what.
would-
That's half of what I think.
the
That's
British would give a shit about it.
No,
Yeah.
that's-
It does
that's
that.
pretty
It
much the
depends how you
entirety
look
of
at it.
Thanksgiving.
The Brits
Yeah,
look at
I know.
the Brits.
That's why I'm
The
sort of
Brits.
surprised.
The Brits can look at it as we finally got rid of those folk. Let's celebrate.
Possibly.
They didn't get rid
those
of them yet.
uptight
That's
putzes.
later. That's later.
There could be a problem on down the road, say in about 400 years.
Yeah,
Really going to shit the bed.
it's coming. That's for sure.
Cromwell was a Puritan, I think, wasn't he?
Who?
Yeah, Oliver Cromwell was a devout Puritan.
Was he?
I don't think the first pilgrims were actually Puritans.
No, I don't think they were either. I was just saying, when I think in this country, when I think of Puritans, obviously in America, I know you got the whole there's Puritans, and all that, so I know about it there. But when I think of Puritans, all I ever think of is old Oliver Cromwell, warts and all, cut the head off the king.
Oliver's army.
Yeah. So anyway, but that's history. It's all in the past.
I think they were Protestants.
They probably were. But but by that point, they were the
Yeah.
UK was the UK. I think I'm not sure when we stopped crucifying, persecuting each other. It was the Tudors was the interesting time. You had Henry VIII, who basically created a new form of church just so he could get rid of his wife, but didn't actually.
Right.
And was the head of the new church, but he was still a staunch devout Catholic, even though he was head of the Church of England. And then obviously Mary.
Yeah.
His daughter his son comes into power and doesn't live very long. He was Protestant, and then Mary comes into power, staunch Catholic, who starts burning all the Protestants. And then Elizabeth comes to power, who was Protestant, and then James came to power, who basically I think sort of just said let live and let live. It's a very
Well, James was Scottish, though, right?
He was Scottish, but he was daughter Mary Screen of Scots, who was very devout and Catholic, wasn't she? So
Yeah, but part of that was the whole Scottish-English divide. And I know some of that stemmed from Protestant Catholic divides, but they're also there's no love lost there either.
I know. Well, there's the best thing about Britain is obviously if you hate, you can be British or you can be Scottish or you can be English or you can be Northern Irish or you can be Welsh, and depending on what's going on, that will either be we're all Brits together or when it comes to like sports, and England and Wales and Scotland are all separate teams, then of course mass hatred is very strange. But anyway, in Canada we celebrate a month. Which month's that?
Get up, you.
Someone keeps disconnecting.
Somebody just dropped in and
Disappeared again. Obviously telling us to get on with it.
it was a
Heard the
Scotsman.
conversation and jumped right back out, right?
A month earlier. Yes. Canada
Yes.
celebrates Thanksgiving a month earlier. Yeah, that makes more
Yeah, the
sense.
Canadians have it in October.
Yeah.
For whatever reason.
Righty ho. So, you're in Cairo, so you can obviously start hunting down the Library of Light or investigating the cult. Basically, that's probably the two things you probably want to try and find out what's going on. What do you wish to do first?
Mr. Cairo.
Probably go to. Why don't we go to the Library of Light? Do some research on the cult. I don't know if we'll find anything.
Seas of cometed energies.
So yeah, basically, you want to go to it. Obviously, you could go investigating the cult, or you could go try and find it, investigate the library and do some research to find out the original location of it. Because obviously, it burnt down a long time ago.
Let's go find the original location, because that might be a place to go find. The original location might be a good place to look for the cult.
Okay, so obviously you're going to have to leave Cairo and head to Alexandria for that, of course. So cue another map.
Cue your map.
Cue another map with the red line going across. This time probably with dunes, because even if it isn't sandy, but it always is in movies, dunes there and a camel train going by and the characters there, and then again we'll get the wide font up. This time it'll say Alexandria. You have a slightly different Egyptian-looking city in front of you. So that is an Alexandria only legwork, i.e. it's time to network to discover the great library of antiquities' likely whereabouts. And so you're going to have, basically you're looking at interviewing scholars, studying ancient accounts of Alexandria, dogged research. So it's basically research academics roles or persuasion and asking around. So you can do which ways you want to go.
Is there a lodge close by?
In Alexandria, no. But Alan Fraser offers to come with you because he knows the language, the customs, and the history of this exotic.
And I will make use of my special superpower.
Money.
Carl enjoys travel, and he enjoys meeting new people. He enjoys footwork research. So he's going to do gossip. He's going to chat with everybody he can find about the marvelous mythical Library of Alexandria.
Okay, let's have a persuasion roll from you then.
You probably do better than that, hopefully.
Just a minute.
Oh, I can do exactly the same. This is like the slippers, but same roll keeps coming back. Okay, I'll take that.
A success. By talking to lots of people over the week, you determine that the library was in fact destroyed in installments, from the first fire in the time of Julius Caesar to the destruction of the I can't pronounce that word. I'll let you clever people tell me how I should say this one. Spell it right. I want to say Serapeum or something, but anyway, by Theodius.
Serapeum.
Serapeum. Thank you very much. Yeah. So basically, that's what you find out. What does anyone else want? Does anyone else wants to make academics, research, or networking roles, which of course does include intimidation, but that usually has consequences, going around beating people.
Well, could you read the sentence that used? Could you read the use of Serapeum again, or Serapeum?
Yep, certainly. Give me a second. I shall paste
It's a Mexican shawl.
Right, here we go.
I'll take the 9.
We'll take the 9. There we go. Okay, with a raise,
Would occult help any?
not so much.
Rolls discover library was in fact destroyed in installments from the first. To the
Okay.
destruction of the Serapeum by Theodosius.
With a raise,
Thank
you
you.
learn of a hidden crypt, forgotten now, that allegedly contains too powerful to be used, but too precious to be lost.
Right, now will occult help?
And does my persuasion help at all?
Your
Or anything?
persuasion feeds into that. You will learn the location of the steeply sloped tunnel that accessed this collection of light. The good news you also get out of that. The good news you also get out of that is, as far as anyone knows, the tunnel and the collection still exist. The bad news is the long-forgotten tunnel entrance is concealed at a local mosque behind a particularly lovely passage of the Quran, rendered in exquisitely complex tile work.
Oh,
Quran,
that's a
I should
problem.
say.
I'll do a research roll then. What does the pheromones extract give you?
Well, you've got all the information you need, but
Fine.
well, no, you got a success. You got a success with a raise, and then you got a success and 2 raises. You got all the information you needed.
I know. It's just
So anyway,
I'm gonna
so
roll
you have
anyway.
you have you have the location. You have the location. But obviously, once you get to the mosque, you realise there's a particularly lovely passage from the Quran, rendered exquisitely in complex tile work, and that's the wall you need to knock down to get to the passage.
Fantasy Grounds needs emojis on the chat window.
I was just thinking, maybe in a fuss budget, and I'll roll, and I'll probably critically fail.
But you didn't. Has to spend so much. Spend so much time putting effort into giving you some bennies. I have to share them.
He really does a great job.
He does. He's brilliant. You should see when he plays Lem. Lem, the Pathfinder iconic bard. He actually wrote songs for every one of the powers. Obviously, when I say wrote songs, I don't mean I'm not. When I say wrote songs, I don't mean original songs. He went and found songs that would work for those powers, and then tweaked the words to make them fit better. It was brilliant and fun. That's
great.
I did that with my bard and rollmaster.
Exactly. Yeah.
That and Shakespeare passages.
Oh.
Because he was an orator as well.
I've long since lost. Well, I probably still got the article. It's really annoying. I only just remembered it because it would have been great for Carl. I have to dig it out. Many years ago, there was a fanzine called Shark Bites, a free PDF for Fancy Grounds. And in that, someone took all the miracles that were in Rippers at the time and found Bible passages. So when I was playing a priest, when I was playing Rippers, I actually had the list. So every time I'd cast a spell, it would, he'd rattle off the priest would rattle off a Bible verse to. He would rattle off a Bible verse to cast the power. It was very good. I'll have to find it for Carl.
Was it just Bible verses, or did they do other?
No, they were just Bible verses, I think, because of course they were miracles. Because in Rippers originally, you had to be. I mean, in classic Rippers, you got the impression, not necessarily correct, that you had to be sort of, a priest or a devout, highly devout person. So obviously the logic was, if you were going to play a priest or a vicar, who could cast miracles, then you of course would use the Bible. Obviously, if you wanted to play another faith, then someone else. I imagine people would have gone through other books to find stuff. If I find it, I'll pass them over just so.
Well, Carl had a proper upbringing, so he'd be game to use that.
So anyway, I'd say I only just remembered it. Talking about it now, I've only just remembered it, which is a shame. But anyway, right. So basically, what do you want to do about the wall you need to knock down in the mosque?
We need to knock down the wall.
To get
I
behind.
like the way he slipped that in.
No, yeah,
Now,
I was like,
I have a question for
you told us there was a wall between us, but now you're like you leapt to knocking it down.
Well, that's the easiest way to get to the tunnel.
What about the difficult
Just
way?
go leaping
I
for
have
the
a question.
clitoris.
I-
What's wrong with a kiss?
Jesus.
What I'm trying to say is you guys have to come up with a plan as a solution.
All right. So let me see this.
This is a very surreptitious session. Lots of stuff slipping into our inventory, slipping into our plans.
Well, Tatsuya has got a card, Unexpected Insights. Your hero may affect a creature with any of her attacks regardless of vulnerabilities.
Look at you.
Can I use that to gain the burrow power to get us past this wall and its vulnerabilities?
Or find a way around to get in.
I know.
Presumably not, because this thing is supposed to be
Epiphany.
sealed for a reason.
Epiphany is a skill, isn't it, rather than a power, unfortunately.
Well, it's not epiphany. It's unexpected insight.
That's affected. That's the one. That's unexpected insight is the one that lets you ignore invulnerabilities.
I got an idea to how we can minimize damage.
Community.
Obviously, you can meet with the mosque leaders if you wish to.
Can you play Dark Bargain the second time? You cannot, right?
You cannot.
If you get Dark Bargain, you're supposed to ask for a new card.
Okay. Can I get a new card?
Well, play the Dark Bargain card, and I'll give you a new card.
Bark Dargan.
Indeed.
I was gonna name a character named Bark Dargan.
Okay, you should have got a new card.
I don't know if I want the mosque to know who we are before we do this.
I mean, I'd say there's 4 mosque leaders. If you want to,
Here we go.
oh,
But I have an idea to preserve that.
go for it. I mean, you meet with the mosque leaders. Maybe you'll contact one of the leaders. So,
Wait, we know from the thing that you gave us that they're not going to let us do it.
That he should be able to. Whoever I'm meeting with tells me how I can get through this wall. Yeah,
well,
so I'm
no,
with one of the
they
mosque
can
leaders.
help. They could probably they help you. They don't solve the situation. So whoever you bring in might be a local lawyer or someone who's very educated in the local beliefs and religions, and followings of the Quran, and may be able to help you convince the mosque leaders to allow you to do that. Is what will
It's
happen.
very, very important. We'll meet up with them. My idea for somebody who's actually persuasive is that we will use,
I can persuade.
we will use my
And I have persuasion.
sticker grenade. Can I finish? I will use my sticker grenades to glue that tile work all together because it's temporary, and that way we can preserve it and just kind of chip around at the edges.
Okay.
And we will offer a sincere donation and appreciation for
I
their
could use
assistance.
my telekinesis to lift it out too.
Right.
Great.
Okay. I think that's a very good idea. I think that's worthy of a +2 persuasion bonus. Aldous' contact will get you a free reroll on your persuasion attempt. because he will.
And
Because the logic being that if you fail on the first one, you don't fail because of anything goes wrong. He helps phrase it in a way that they will find more amenable to
does
their
that include the donation
Wait.
that I'm offering?
As Bartholomew suggested, we could use a pheromone, whoever's rolling the main roll, I guess.
Go for it.
And Carl can do a support roll as well.
Is there any bonus for including the donation?
A donation, of course, would be most helpful. It depends how much are you thinking of donating?
My perspective on money is, completely off. So, enough to pay for it to be repaired after we're done, plus a little extra.
That's
Can we
quite reasonable.
donate a
We'll give you a
slipper?
+2. That will give you a +2 bonus. And you can certainly donate the slipper if you want to. You'll lose your +2
I'm gonna hold on
pace.
to the slipper for now.
And I don't know. Is that like 10 pounds? Is that 20 pounds?
20 pounds. Let's say 10 pounds a +1 up to a maximum of +4.
Oh boy.
Well,
Franz, are you gonna use the pheromone? Do you have a pheromone that you can use for your roll, or should we both use pheromones?
Yeah. So all just
How hard?
your contact basically
We have enough
convinces.
pluses.
Your contact obviously
we're good.
gives you that. Oh, Aldous, you can have your Benny back. You didn't need to spend a Benny because that reroll is your contact that you brought with you. Gives you a free reroll, so you get your Benny back.
I was trying to save that. I actually would have spent it just, if I had whiffed the second time, I would have had the free reroll. But
All
either
right.
Here's
way,
my-
right? So
Here's my
yeah.
support persuasion roll. Oh, look at that.
Okay.
Almost good.
That's a +1, so that makes it a 12. You've got a +2. You've got a +2
My support
because
is
of
using the telekinesis.
indeed.
So
Well, that we actually that would come to dismantling the wall and not destroying it. Bartholomew spent £45, so so that's a +4 there. So that's 15, 16. You're getting a +2 for your plan. That makes it 18, 19, 20. Yep, they seem to be accepting of your suggestion. So as long as you don't critically fail on your telekinetic roll, you will be able to keep the wall intact as you remove it. But obviously, you still have dumb luck. So even then, you get a reroll. Go for it.
No whammies.
That's okay. That just failed to cast.
hang on.
Big bucks.
Yeah.
No whammies.
Are you shitting me?
You got a 5. It worked.
Okay.
You got Elan. That's where
No
Elan comes
I
in.
rolled a 3 and a 1, and then a 3 and a 1.
Okay. I was going to point out, because you can technically, don't forget, if your situation like this, and this is the choice you've got now, you can have that Benny back and spend a PowerPoint for the failed casting and then the PowerPoints for a successful casting, or you can spend a Benny and only spend for the successful casting.
I want my Benny back, Benny back, Benny back.
Yeah, okay. I'll just spend double the PowerPoints.
No, it's a case of, as failed casting costs a PowerPoint, but so what it really means is you can have a Benny or spend an extra PowerPoint. It's your choice which way you want to
That's
play.
what I'm saying. I'll spend the extra PowerPoints.
You spend the extra PowerPoint. That's fine. Okay.
And then
Right. That's all good.
'cause
Okay,
it works
so
out the same anyway, because then I have to drop the Benny on the PowerPoints, and I get 5 PowerPoints back. So
fair enough.
6 and 1.
Fair enough. Exactly. Behind the wall, a short corridor leads downwards to a sloping passageway. At the bottom is a narrow, short door. Oh, I missed that when I found the map earlier. Oops. We'll just say there's a door and it's just off the edge of the map. There's a narrow, short door. Oh, that's okay. Beyond the door is a small square room lined floor to ceiling with shelves on which stand neat rows of tablets, scrolls, and other treasure. What is curious is that all four walls and the floor have small doorways cut through them. A short ladder allows visitors to drop down to the room below.
Investigating them.
Oh, it's this bit, yes. Okay. So, yeah, so basically what you've got is all four walls and the floor. And it doesn't say it, but logically speaking, from what they're saying here, oh no, that's
There's
right.
a door
Yeah,
on the
I'm saying
floor.
there's a door in
There's
the
a door
floor,
on the
and there's a
floor.
door in each of the four walls.
So there's
a
5
door in
doors.
there.
A short rope ladder
people
allows
are
you to
well.
climb down to the floor below, or there's doors to the north, south, east, and west. Can I have some notice checks, please? Oh, here we go. I was going to say, none of you were successful until Sir Bartholomew was obviously being very alert. And friends. You note what you do notice is that in one of the walls of this room, there are the same shapes and colours. Well, all the shelves in this room all have the same shape and colour on the shelves, and it matches one of the shapes and colours you had to use to decipher on the puzzle.
He doesn't know what the shells are for. What, no one?
What are the shells for?
Not dignifying it with an answer.
Demolition Man?
What did I miss?
When he goes to the bathroom?
Shelves, not shells.
Oh!
Okay, so yeah, which way do you want to head? You can obviously look. You can look into each of the other rooms at the nearest shelves to see the symbols on those shelves.
I'm sorry. Can you paste that, or is that? Oh, okay. Which was spelling out the name Ulmaradin.
Okay,
So
you're
we
going
want
to
to find the Ul, I guess.
Do we
on
know
the
about the Ulmoradin sequence, or do we have? Is that what the smarts
Yes.
roll is for?
Because that was how we did. That was how we took apart the box.
Yeah.
No. Well, that wasn't how you took apart the box. Eventually, you solved the box, and the box told you. Oh, maybe you did. Can't remember. So you want to look for. Okay, so the basically logically speaking, based on what says here, the shelves in this room will probably if you set the puzzle box to the same symbol as the shelves in this room and then translate the Egyptian hieroglyph, you will technically get the equivalent of a single letter, and the letter you get is that in this room.
Oh, I think you might have shared something with me by accident then.
Maybe. Probably doesn't
We
matter.
gotta bring back a Cenobite.
Now I already confirmed that it's not that box.
Okay, so it's now what we're supposed to do is match the puzzle box to a symbol, and I'm going to say press it against that symbol in the room. Or look, or you said these are the symbols are on shelves.
There's uh, um, there's a door in each and on the floor, right? And so there's symbols by each of these, or essentially by each of these doors.
No. Basically, basically the shelves, all the shelves in this room. If you when you use the puzzle box to translate it, it gives you the letter U.
Okay,
It gives you the what? The path?
letter U.
Which door
The
to
letter
take?
U.
Oh, the letter
Is there
U.
any markings in the doors?
There are no markings on the doors. You can enter another room. You can walk into another room and have a look if you want.
All right, we'll mark the room that we were leaving. Go into the room to the right.
Well, as I say,
to the
you
right.
don't all east then.
East.
Okay. Yep. You that has different symbols on it. When you look at the symbols in that room, it translates to
L.
a letter, and that letter is J.
Wrong room. Leave that. Go back to the first room and mark that one as bad. Check the west room.
Okay.
Wrong room. Check north room.
North room. Okay. Let's go with.
So we have to go down?
Oh,
Why
wait
go
a second.
down?
Wait a second. What was the guy's name again?
South.
Ul Muradan. It's in the thing, actually, isn't it? It's UL space MURRADIN. Do we need
So
to
I
do a
think the
smarts
U
roll?
room. I think the U room is where we need to go. We need to spell out this guy's name.
I think the first room was you. That's how we got
Yeah.
tipped off.
The first room is you.
So go through the
Sounds like
floor
a
door.
doesn't
south.
sound like a me problem.
But
Sounds like a
the
you
remaining
problem.
other door, the floor door. Did you say the floor door? Sorry.
Yes, because we did the 4 walls.
Yes, you did. Well, you did 3 of the 4 walls, but that's okay.
No.
Oh no, no, you would have done because you came in through the north wall. I agree. Okay, going down a floor, this room translates to L.
All right, so it's.
You're in a maze of twisty passages.
Down.
Did we need?
This room has 6 exits. One in the
Josh, did
ceiling,
we need to-
one in the floor, one north, one south, one east, one west. You
Josh,
realise
did we
this
need
is
to
a
do a
huge
smarts
3D
roll?
puzzle.
Check the doors for traps, and then check each of the rooms looking for M.
Okay.
Do we need to do a smarts roll, or did we skip that?
You don't need to do a smarts roll. I must have given you some notes. I didn't mean to somewhere, but that's okay. I'm not going to worry too much because you've worked out what you need to do, possibly because I actually gave you the clue, which I wasn't supposed to, but otherwise, you can, you basically are able to follow it. Basically, it's meant to be a huge 3D maze. Apparently, if you don't work that out, you after every hour you get to make a notice check to spot somewhere you've been before. And 6 consecutive successful rolls mean you accidentally stumble across the entrance. A roll of 1 means you'd have to start again, but you're all okay. The library rooms are cool and dry, hunger and thirst. At some point towards the end, when you basically head out of room, when you head out of the R room to the A room of Moradin, the second R, I should say, you do come across a skeleton in traditional Roman dress.
Oh, wow. Is that Rory?
Clearly a victim of curiosity and poor preparation. He obviously basically died of starvation and probably dehydration in this room. Okay, well, that's an interesting way that went. I didn't expect it to go that way. What do I do next there? That's better. Okay. So basically, using the route, it gives you by spelling out Ilmoradin, you end up in a. You basically the N takes the last room N, basically has 6 exits off it. One of them has basically checking the other exits. All appear to be rooms with the wrong letter, but when you climb through the floor of that room, you just find yourself in a tunnel that leads downwards. You reached the end of the puzzle room, and I have basically reached the tunnel that will take you to the book that never was. Do you want to head down the tunnel?
Yes, we do. Though we might want to resupply with water if we're dehydrated already.
No, you're not. It was just the Roman was, because he didn't know how to navigate the place and got stuck in here and died.
Okay. I just know that the claim was that that area was really dry. The air was dry. That's
the air
what
was
the
dry.
thing was suggesting.
Okay. Let's give you a map.
Oh, wow. I was looking so intently at the library text that I was surprised to see a map.
And the owner of the lamp will probably realise what the lamp does now if he turns it because he's already activated. Everyone else is relying on Cole's light.
Okay.
So
I was gonna say I got my backpack.
Oh yeah. Sorry, it looks like I might have deleted it. What was the light 8? Certainly. That will be Fran's, won't it?
Do you want me screenshotting errors, DOS, or no?
Sorry, I don't know.
Screenshotting errors.
Well, if you're getting some, probably. I'm not seeing any. Is anyone else getting errors?
No.
I don't see any errors. No console window popped up.
In that case, it's obviously something funky with your cache, I suspect. Lucky you. It's
unable
only
to load file. Sunday Ripper. Okay.
Maybe
now
share
that
it again.
Open up the console, yes, I'm getting a bunch of errors.
Oh, console errors.
I have it disabled. So.
That's okay. That's fine. Yeah, just use console skip. It sounds like it's an old bug. I wouldn't worry about it.
No worries. I had it open. I hadn't console
No, it's fine.
skipped.
As long as you can see the map, that's all that matters. So, ahead of you, this corridor ends. Basically, obviously, with the illumination you've got from the apparatus, which is casting a good amount of light, you can see at the end a pedestal in the middle of the room. Franz, if you want to tell everyone what you can see 2 statues in the corner of the room. Appears to be sitting on a pedestal in an empty room, but for what appears to, as far as you can see, Franz, is 2 statues of scribes, a slim volume written on papyrus. It looks like it is bound between 2 copper plates. 2 beaten copper plates. The plates' edges are decorated with silver and a sun symbol. The disc with broad beams it's angled so you can see it. The disc with broad beams emanating from it. Its acid etched cover and leaf-finned layers of gold.
Shouldn't I be able to see?
Do we recognize the symbol, or do we get anything from looking at the symbol?
Does anybody have a heavy bag of sand?
I think I've
got heavy stuff.
It doesn't always work, you know.
I'm just thinking I might have got the scale wrong on this one. Yeah, hang on. I've got the scale
What
wrong.
I really want to know is, I appreciate that trap a whole bunch, but what I think I appreciate the most is how do they get that boulder so smooth and round?
I'm just gonna dump you back. I'm just gonna dump you back on the map because I managed to bugger up the scale, so I'll just put you.
And sand and copper sauce.
I can't see anything. Is that intentional? Oh, now I can't. Forget it. My token wasn't clicked.
Yeah, you
Oh,
have to click on your token. I changed the
Yeah.
scale because the scale was out completely wrong.
Oh, now we can see all the statues.
You can see there
That's
are, in
nice.
fact, 4 statues. They appear to be scribes. They're each holding a scroll in their hand. And statue grid appears to be on. Certainly. I don't have any information about I don't have any pertinent information about the symbols, so I'm going to assume that I'm afraid you don't discover any pertinent information either. Obviously, the book is on the pedestal. Let's see if I've got a book asset, shall we? Oh, no, not really. Most of the books I've got appear to be covered in blood, so just assume it's on the pedestal. I've got lots of book assets, but no copy. Okay. Order strides forwards. Hello, Rigger. How are you, sir? If you said that
Okay,
earlier,
and
I
my
apologize for
understanding
missing.
at this point is that the lamp is the only thing that's letting us see these statues, correct?
No. None of you could see the statues because the apparatus didn't cast enough light when you're further down the corridor. Franz.
Yeah, but I have a retinal graph and I'm not seeing anything. Shouldn't I see something?
Probably.
Plus my
Not
wolf eyes.
necessarily, no.
What does retinal graph give you?
Just a minute.
I'm looking at it.
Does it give you night vision?
Recipient can see in dark, ignoring darkness penalties due to lightning. So unless it's magical darkness or pitch dark, I can see something.
That's okay. So the point I was trying to make is basically the lantern Franz is carrying, doesn't give off any light, doesn't benefit anyone except it is Franz who's carrying the lantern, isn't it? Yeah, the lamp of hidden light. Only the person who's holding the lamp can see it, but it basically grants dark vision, dark sight is the point of the lamp. But no one else can see the light emanating from it, and more importantly, no one can see. Nobody else can see the light, so he can move along, be able to see clearly, but he can't. And whoever's playing the guitars,
Yeah,
not
we can
annoying.
hear
I'm just explaining. I'm not complaining. I'm just explaining. Someone's playing guitar in the background. Don't get me wrong. I'm not complaining in any way, shape, or form. I'm just mentioning it.
Oh, that's my bad. I'm sorry.
It's absolutely fine. I'm just explaining where the music's coming from. Right. So now, if I do that, I think Aldous should have dark vision, but I think because of everyone's in the room now, it won't make any difference. So, okay, Aldous, you stride forwards. You stride forward so you can see.
Get a better look and get in the room because I'm assuming I don't. Yeah, so I just took a couple steps forward. That's it. Yeah.
You stride towards the book. Are you going to pick it up? Or are you just looking at it?
Oh no! I just strode forward. I'm going to wait and see what the party wants to do.
Okay. So Bartholomew looks like he's examining one of the statues. Bartholomew looks like he's examining one of the statues. Tatsuya looks like he's going to examine a statue. What's everyone else doing?
I can't see shit. Oh, there we go.
You have to click on your token to see shit. You can see.
We ain't seen shit. I'm always, every time I think about that, I'm always amazed that it's Tuvok saying that.
Okay. Yeah, no, I'm just checking. I can see your night vision's working now.
Carl's going to investigate the dais and just sort of look at stuff, not touch stuff yet.
Okay.
See if just, I guess, do notice or use his smarts to figure out if there's anything special going on. Do you want me to roll anything, or
you can make a notice check?
Okay. Okay, good enough. So this is the book that doesn't exist. How thick is the book? I know it has copper plates for.
It's a slim
cover.
volume. It says it's a slim tome.
Okay.
Slim volume
Okey-dokey.
written on papyrus, bound between two beaten copper plates. The plates' edges are decorated with a silver and sun symbol, a disc with broad beams emanating from it. It's acid etched into the cover. Let me put that actually in chat. Really annoying. I need to but the campaign will be out before I remember to do it. I need to remember one day to actually hack the XML to actually make the module not read only, so I can actually copy paste stuff without. Because at the moment I have to copy paste to a new story and then copy the text out of the new story. So there is the description of the book, guys.
Thank you.
Okay, the statues appear to be ancient. They appear to be sort of, they show sort of scribes, Egyptian scribes, I imagine.
This power of St. George is timeless, as I appreciate the symbol of the sun.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Okay, Tatsuya's going to go ahead and move over to the book. Is it something we can read? Is it in a language that one of us knows, or do I need to hoodoo it?
Before anybody touches
it's closed
anything,
at the moment, so you can't. No one can read anything at the moment. There's no writing on the cover.
Before anybody touches anything, and just before they touch it, I'd like to do the Song of St. George. Oh, actually, that removes fear, so it doesn't do anything.
It will be it'll still be good. You can still sing it. You don't have to cast it as a power.
Oh, okay.
You can still sing the song, can't you? I'll let you.
I will,
you don't actually
I
have
will
to use
sing the song, say the prayer, and
sing the song of St. George, a pocket full of rye. 24 dragons baked in a pie.
Indeed.
The Song of St. George.
That's the Deadlands issue. I can't find the article. I remember it distinctly. I have to see if I. Oh, well, I shall keep looking. Anyway. It's just a book on a pedestal, guys. I love the fact I've got you paranoid enough.
Tatsuya's going to open the book.
Okay, Tatsuya, as you lay your hand upon the slim tome, the cool surface of the copper cover begins to heat. The golden sun begins to glow. Okay, nice. So two things happen at once. First things first, Tatsuya takes 6 points of damage from the book cover, which shakes him.
Everyone rolls initiative.
And everyone, basically, the sun symbol emits a dazzling burst of light. Everyone must make an evasion check to turn away in time, or be partially blinded.
Oh boy!
Way to go, dude! Oh, you owe me a Benny.
Evasion. How do you make an evasion roll? Is that a skill?
Agility -2.
Or you type that without the apostrophe.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Is there a way to type it in?
You owe me 2 Bennies. That's 3. Jesus Christ.
Okay, so Aldous is partially blinded, I think. Cole's going to be blinded at the moment. Franz is okay.
Where did my roll show up?
You got a 2.
My thing is not scrolling automatically.
Tatsuya, as far as I can tell, Tatsuya and Franz are okay. Everyone else is partially
Okay.
blinded.
Well, I'm gonna spend a Benny.
That's
I don't know why.
satisfying.
Why is my window not scrolling?
Probably
Okay.
because you've moved it up at some point.
Okay. Well, now I keep moving it down. How about now? Oh, it's -2. I'm never gonna pass this.
It's okay.
Fuck. Okay,
Of
wait a
course
minute.
it's okay.
Oh, I don't have any more cards to spend. No, wait, I do have cards to spend. Okay. Any
Okay.
trait roll. Can I use extra effort to get a D6 on top of this thing?
Evasion is a trait roll. Yes.
Okay, I'm just gonna do something basic. Okay. How about now? Is that good? Does that
Yeah,
count,
that's
or do you
fine.
need me
That,
to
that
roll?
does that does
Okay.
count. That does count. So Bartholomew is partially blinded.
Can I have
Yes.
a Benny back, or it's just too late to
I
figure it
want
out?
my Betty back, Betty back.
Well, no, you spent the Benny first, and then you decided to use the card. Never say
Good
never.
enough.
So Bartholomew is partially blinded. Aldous is partially blinded. Okay. Next
Okay.
thing's next.
Wait. Can I
ghost
reverse the can I reverse the meaning of sunlight to darken the room, or
No,
cancel
you
that?
can't. It's only
Blinding
a burst.
light?
It's only a burst of bright light. A bright ghostly figure appears
Oh.
in the form of an Egyptian warrior with a head of a hawk intoning. I didn't have a picture of the head of a hawk, but I did find an Egyptian picture. Do not touch the Book of Light. It rests here until such time as Apep's return. In the name of I can't even say that. Rahorakai, it must be so. And then she attacks.
We believe that time has come, warrior. Hold your attack.
Okay, I need spirit checks from those that make spirit checks when combat starts to get extra cards.
Can I do persuasion on this warrior?
You can try as your action this round. Okay, that's 1, 2, 3.
There had to be a better way to wake this guy up, but maybe not.
That's a terrible spirit roll.
As an action. Okay, so you got 3 cards out of that. I said on your action, so you roll that as your action. That will be an 11. Okie dokie. So cards have been dealt. If anyone wants to spend bennies to adjust their cards, they can do so. The GM is going to spend a benny to adjust the card and get a worse card. So there we
go. Let's see, Tatsuya, you want that 9, so you can go before the Guardian.
Sure.
I could use it for persuasion. I already rolled persuasion though.
Or you can take the king if you want it.
I was gonna say, let's save the king till when people aren't blinded and stuff.
Well, we could try and get her not to attack. Should I grab it or not?
I wasn't the one using the 9.
Oh, just the 9?
I didn't use the 9. I just rolled used a Benny.
Yeah.
No, somebody gave me
blinded by the light, wrapped up like bennies, rolling in the night.
Are we?
Branch, you're up.
Can anybody use those cards, or just the people doing spirit rolls?
Anybody can use them, but officially the person who made the spirit roll gets to dole them out.
We can assign the cards to anyone, but officially speaking, like only the people that roll the spirit rolls can say where to assign
who gets them.
Where they go.
Yeah, because they're using their tactician edges, aren't they? Okay, Franz, you're up first. What are you doing, sir?
Right. I mean, somebody mentioned talking to her. Do we really want to go down that route?
Well, I already rolled, so when my turn happens, if I can't talk now, then it'll happen when I take my turn.
Okay,
I mean, we're on the same side.
In that case, I am going to I'm going to use boost trait. I wanted to use that. Let's just do protection for now.
Guitar mute.
It's a guitar mute.
Just-
Let's see. Additional recipients. 1, 2, 3, 4. I
Why?
can get them all.
Why is your
And myself.
Ramkoff's apparatus not working?
Sorry, what?
And
I have one.
No, but it's not emitting light. Is what I was trying to work out why it wasn't working. That's all.
I'll just do this for now. I won't hang anything else off of it.
Wow. Is that a D12 or D10? Oh, the D12.
Do you
Now,
have
how does
lighting
protection
turned
work
on the
now?
map?
With arrays, the bonus is applied to toughness instead. So I get +2 toughness to everybody.
Go for it. Everyone +2 toughness. Nicely done. I'm so glad to see that instant now. Was that a very clever way of saying let the bennies flow, or were you just earning a benny for first game Flash Gordon next year? Okay. Are you doing anything else?
Thank you for the toughness.
Use it in good stead.
I'm sure I will in a moment.
Are you doing anything after that, Mr. France?
No, I'm going to go. Well, I'll just move down here to this other statue. Why not?
Okie dokie. That's fine. Orders.
Sorry. Well, all this can't see, so all this is gonna just is piss.
What do you mean you can't see? You should be able to see everything if you click on your token. You've got dark vision.
Yeah, no, it never changed. But that's not the point. I meant I'm blinded.
Oh, you're blinded. Sorry, I misunderstood. Sorry.
Yeah, but
it's only partial blindness. It's only partial blindness.
I did ask if you had the lighting on because nothing's changed. I only see the statue and the pedestal, statues and the pedestal.
Yeah, that's all there is to see. But you can't see the actual map itself.
I don't see any floor or anything else. Yeah.
Okay, well, I don't know what that is because that's not anything to do with lighting vision. What's going on there?
It's okay. I'm not. It is what it is. I wasn't going to complain.
Okay.
You asked.
Dear internets, we are now in combat. May the bennies please flow.
You don't need bennies. Righty ho. So, okay, you have changed into changed into wolf, and you looks like you're charging in to attack. What viciously the
someone hit the Guardian.
The Guardian.
Say, wait, we're gonna try and not.
Okay.
We
so
come in
go
peace.
ahead and I hear that at the last minute.
Okay.
But I can't hold an action, so in frozen gear, but the frenzied claws are like up in the air and I'm about ready to pounce.
Indeed.
And
I will take off the issue attack. I will take off the I'll turn off the wild attack and the vulnerability because you didn't actually attack. You can always do them again next turn. Okay, Tatsuya. Tatsuya, you're up, sir. You recover from being shaken from the basically your hand being almost badly burnt, but fortunately it didn't cause permanent damage.
Yeah, I'm made of sterner stuff than that. APAP is on his way now, you foolish woman. And I will come to here and go full defense.
Okie dokie.
Up next.
I'm going to...
I hope she doesn't speak your language, because if she does, those are fighting words from this house.
I was like, that's not such a positive note. But whatever.
You're talking to the guy that's divorced, so I'm probably the wrong guy to talk to about this stuff.
Oscar, ye shall receive. Let the bennies flow, says Tank Girl. So Bartholomew, you're up, sir.
Yes. Carl, do you have another use of an adventure card? Carl? Can
Oh,
you hear me?
I'm sorry. Say what
You
was
have another use of an adventure card.
He does not.
I cannot play another card.
Okay. Does anyone else? Did anyone else use Dark Bargain that they can play 2 adventure cards? Because I do not have Dark Bargain. I can only play 1, and I have 2 good cards to use.
I'll take that as a no.
Sure, somebody used Dark Bargain. Okay, does anyone have?
Unfortunately, I played my 2 cards.
I use Dark Bargain, but the thing doesn't tell me that I have a use of it again.
That's because you started with
I
Dark
did.
Bargain?
No,
Oh, I thought somebody started
I
with Dark
took
Bargain.
it. I took
Yeah, but
it. I have Dark Bargain,
You've
but I've already played
you've played
cards.
Contact, so you've still got a single play left.
You still have a card to play if you
Yeah.
want. That's what he's asking.
Yeah, but my sheet says I have 0. That's why I was saying that. But yeah, I do have a card to play.
That's your eldest,
Okay.
right?
I'm Aldous.
Your character sheet shows you have 1 card to play.
Oh, then
I'm
I
giving
can't
that to
read.
you,
That looks
and
like a 0 to me. But okay.
I'm using this now.
No, you've got a little card icon in the top left corner.
Oh, that thing goes away. I don't know how to read that. Okay, that's too small for me. Oh yeah.
If you hover over it, if you hover over it, it tells you. If you hover over it, it tells you how many adventure cards you can play as well.
Oh, there it goes. Yeah. Well, today I learned.
So Bartholomew plays Villainous Verbosity, making a wild card lose its next action by gloating or talking about its master plan. Okie dokie. Well, in that case, no one's engaged it.
I'm not done yet.
Go for it.
Oh,
sorry.
Okay.
I apologize.
So, doing multi-actions but not casting speed yet. So, first I am doing that. Let's try it with a Benny just once. Why am I... Oh, blindness.
It's going to be affecting you. Sort of, you got stars in your eyes, and it's just affecting your ability to concentrate. Oh, I forgot to put a duration in, didn't I? Yeah, I forgot to put a duration in.
Is a roll at the end of every round.
No. It just has a duration. This one.
Oh, okay.
Came in with a bang.
Really important, so really want this to succeed. Okay. So on Carl, let me.
Are you doing a support roll? No,
Nope,
you're not.
I'm doing a boost
Okay.
roll. But I am boosting his persuasion.
Oh, thank you.
You haven't got him targeted, I don't think, so you don't need to target him.
Don't need to. Dropped it right on him.
Sorry? Oh, you can just drag it straight on, can't you? Yeah, ignore me, I'm being stupid.
Right, so then for my other action...
Oh!
I'm going to try and get dumb luck on that. No. Okay.
Okay, so yeah, with dumb luck it would have worked, but it still would have gone bang. But with unfortunately, it goes bang, doesn't it? I believe that's sure.
So my deflection gets disabled.
Yep. It's a loud bang as your device explodes.
Boost costs 3 power points. So 32. 1, 2, 3, 4 for the failure. Okay, I'm done. And then,
Okie dokie.
Aldous, if you would play that card in support of Carl and his persuasion check. Hopefully, we will get some very good stuff out of it, if nothing else.
It's Carl's turn. No,
it's the Guardian. The Guardian is going to be doing its villainous verbosity, so it starts pacing around what's its pace? Its pace is 4. Starts pacing around, going on completely about the importance of the importance of waiting until
Being
the time of
earnest.
APEP and all that. Yes. Okie dokie. So that's all that it does this turn with its villainous verbosity. Carl.
Okay. I did roll persuasion a long time ago. I don't know if you need me to roll it again, because that was a good roll.
Persuasion got boosted by a die.
Your persuasion got boosted by a die, so I'll let you roll. I'll be nice and let
You
you
want me to
roll.
re-roll?
I'll let you roll. If you get better than an 11, you can have better than the 11. If not, you keep the 11. Being nice.
Okay. How do I add a die to my persuasion roll?
You don't. It does. Just roll. Just roll.
Yeah.
It's automatic?
Roll. It's automatic. Just roll.
Okay.
Technically, I shouldn't let you keep the 11 because I told you to wait until your action, but I'll be nice. Okay, you roll an 11.
Wow.
What are you saying?
Well, I said it earlier. I said, what's the name of the great evil that she mentioned and that we're trying to K-Pep. K-Pep is whatever. K-Pep is rising again. That's why we are here. We are all on the same side. There is no need for hostilities. We could use your help.
You have not
Did you
used
just tell her to calm down?
You have not used the correct deactivation phrase. Lethal force is authorized.
Calm down is not going to be it, in my experience.
I have not used the correct phrase. Is this something I should know?
She just turned on the statues. And here am I standing right the fuck next to one of them.
We have solved the puzzle of Ul Moradin to protect against APEP. We need your help, not...
Okay, right.
You just fixed it by saying his name. I wonder if that would do it.
Okay.
Unfortunately, it says no one who lives knows the forgotten magic to dispel the Guardian. So I'm afraid it was a very bold attempt, and if I was a nice GM and it was my adventure, I'd let it work. But unfortunately,
we had two strikes against us.
Unfortunately, I'm not a nice GM.
About whatever this guy, whoever was.
Anyway, the new round's beginning. As people want to spend bennies to spend cards, you've also got the King of Clubs in reserve if you want to use it. Which doesn't matter.
The King of Clubs is not going to get us in front of the Guardian statue, though.
No, but just because Tatsuya's got the King of Clubs doesn't mean you can't use the other King of Clubs. Do you want to give the King of Clubs to
anyone?
anyone?
It's rigged.
This
is proof.
I'll give that king to Carl.
Why does
If
Carl
I was
need
nice, why would I use hard choices in the Deadlands campaign?
But why does that help? I spoke my piece. That was my big move.
Yes,
it didn't
work. So
it didn't
now
work.
You can avoid getting killed by...
It's the next round. You acting before the Guardian would be probably better than after.
Okay. We're giving the king to Carl, are we?
Yeah.
I think we should save it. I don't have any master plan at this point.
Franz, you're up, sir.
Apparently the plan is to smash everything.
Well, I'm moving away from this little shit.
Okay.
It hasn't engaged you yet, so...
Yeah, unless you've got...
Did you see those wonderful Benny rolls I got for initiative cards?
It can't be any worse than my rolls I got before. Let's have a look. Where's Aldous?
I started with the 6 and got 2 3s.
Yeah, I can see.
Hey guys, it looks like I can fit right in just there. Oh boy. Oh, I'm gonna try this. Is that right? No.
Oh, I don't want to go after them. I want to go. I don't want to go before them. I want to go after them so they converge on us. That's Carl's.
I don't even know that this will work, but that's what I'll do.
Just hold them.
I'm gonna try and puppet number 3.
I can't give you the king of clubs back. I'll give you the king of diamonds instead. I'll back on the 8.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm better off when they converge.
You're casting puppet. Okay.
I don't know if that'll work.
It has no effect, I'm afraid. Has no effect.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Audiences betting us can't have that. Let their bennies fly. This tank go.
Thank you.
I shall let you guys press F12 this time.
Much.
I'll let you guys press F12 this time because now I've unhidden the bad guys. I don't want to press F12 to hide the fact there were bad guys there. Okie dokie. Pace of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 gets me to there. Punch Aldous. And miss. 2 gets me to there. I get to attack that seer who probably will do something about that.
Okay.
Oh, absolutely, yes.
Oh man. Can I do an exclusion on the book if I cast magic, or it has to be a
Selective,
person?
yes. You can spend the power point for selective.
Okay, so I could select out the podium or whatever.
Yeah.
Protect the book.
Oh, let's
okay.
Yeah.
No reason why you can't be selective about objects.
Okay.
Guardian is shaken. It's now your action.
Okay, I'm going to step over to here and chop on this one.
Good. That's a hit. Well, that looks like it might be a better damage.
Was that the Guardian? Nice.
All right, I hate it when the GM brings out the burst templates.
I didn't bring out the burst template.
Oh.
Aldous, you're up, sir.
Oldest and
Indeed.
more.
Indeed. All right. Well, should have done this the last time.
Are you saying you told them so?
Not like that. I wouldn't be so bold.
It's worth an attempt to try and stop a fight.
It was indeed.
Sure. Hopefully I don't need smite. That was a miss. Fuck that. Oh, I'm clicking in conviction. Hold on a second. Oh, I don't need it now, but
A hit with a raise and a hit. You're fine. You don't need to worry about convictions. You can put it on next turn if you want, or you can put it on anyway if you want.
I have a PowerPoint question. If I want to spend more PowerPoints than I have, can I pull that trick off with
You can shortcast. You can you can shortcast.
What does that mean?
You increase the difficulty for each PowerPoint you're short by.
Oh.
Okay, well, did she take that first wound? Because then the shaken would have been another wound, right?
Yes, indeed. She's shaken.
The first time.
She's shaken. I soaked the wound and then she's shaken.
Oh, okay.
4.
Who keeps giving the DM bennies?
I haven't spent any today.
3.
Oh, honestly,
The Bartholomew is up next.
All right, I'm going to do my typical start.
10,
To be a bit evil.
First,
11,
do this.
14.
11.
When you shortcast, how much difficulty does it add to the roll? Is it like a +1 difficulty,
It's
or
plus
what?
1 for each PowerPoint that you are shorting.
So instead of needing a 4, I'd need a 6 or something?
If you're shorting by 2, yes.
Short by 2, yes.
Okay. Okay, that doesn't sound too terrible. Okay.
So 2 plus 4 the guys is 6. Quickness is 8. Shroud 9. 9. Okay. Speed with raise for quickness. Oh, I need to target everybody. Target allies.
Man, he got a jack and he's like 8th to go. Crazy. Stupid improved initiative. Or improved level head, I guess it is.
Excuse me. Round everybody.
Hello, cat.
That and the splenetic enhancements.
Oh, that wasn't a raise.
Are we accelerated and have 2 actions now?
You will in a second when I put the right thing on. All right, and then oh no, I did. That's disabled. That's right. In which case, clear targets. And let's try and slow these guys down.
Slow them down. They're a bit speedy to begin with.
Value effect, not extra targets. That's right. So I cannot hit both of them. So only the guy next to me.
That's a success with a raise. Even with the purple spots in your eyes. The slight dizziness.
Tough, 3 points. X.
That's bound, isn't it, actually? Sorry, it's a detangle, so you bound it.
It is, but I'm gonna...
Yeah, working out your points. Yeah, no, I know.
Toughness.
It's all good. It's all good.
Bound.
Okay.
So that was 8 points. And then another...
Is there any advantage of doing heavy weapon against these guys? I don't know what that means.
Only if they have heavy armor, which if they were, we'd probably find out we wouldn't have.
Okay. Tatsuya wouldn't have destroyed one if they had heavy armor.
Okay, so I don't need the extra points. I can do it with what I've got. Assuming that I even need to
I'm done.
Do it.
Okie dokie.
You guys are gonna finish them off before it's my turn. Oh, maybe not.
Maybe.
The guardian of Ra points a hand at Bartholomew, and a sun ray shoots towards him. Oops, forgetting to do that, but that doesn't matter. Fortunately, your enhanced speed means it misses. It then fires the second one at Aldous, which also misses.
Oh, because it's Shroud. Okay.
Now, do we have 2 actions right now, or just 1?
You have, you can take a second action without any penalty. You can take a third for -2 on all 3.
Okay. They didn't they didn't converge. Can I hold until after the statues go? Is that a
You can
thing?
go and
I'm
hold
not
if you want to
moving.
go and hold. You can go and hold if you want.
I want to go on hold until after the statues.
Well, I also entangled the one in the bottom right corner. So they're
Okay.
not going to all convert, probably.
That was lucky. That was lucky.
You didn't crit fail. It fails to hit you.
That was lucky, lucky, lucky. Even though I have a slipper, and maybe it gives me luck as well.
And the other guardian. The other guardian fails. Oh, so
No,
Carl comes off hold.
It was entirely because of me.
Okay. Let me see how big a large template is. Pretty large. Okay, pretty large.
It's not a big room.
Oh, is that? Oh. Huh. You're saying it's dangerous to do this?
No, I'm just saying the room's only 12 inches across.
No, probably not.
I didn't ask how big the room was. I said I'm casting fireball.
Are you? I'm casting magic missile at the darkness.
I don't really want to attack her. I'll just do this. So I'm going to do a blast of large area armor piercing of. I'll have to do that at the end. So, I don't need to do selective. So I can do full art. So I'm going to do a blast of destructive light from St. George. Area of effect large. Armor piercing of +3. So far we're at 7. Damage +2, that's 9. And lingering damage for 11. And that's it. Okay, so 11.
What was it? AP? What +3? Did you say for AP? So that's AP
+3 maximum AP.
Okay. And what else did you say you were doing?
Oh shit! I just did conviction by mistake. Can you restore that? I thought that was my PowerPoints. I used to have 6. Now I have 5. Could you put it back to 6?
Let's see why I should.
Might as well use conviction though.
You think I should use conviction now? Okay.
Well,
I mean, you've got 6 fucking points, and we're nearing the campaign end.
Okay,
Start
that's
dumping
a good
them
point.
out, buddy.
Okay, I'll spend a conviction. How do you?
Did you say
drag it to the thing?
You just drag it to chat. Did you say? Pot just shoots back. Did you say?
There we go.
Did you say you were increasing damage?
Yes, I'm doing area of effect, armor piercing +3 damage. So that should be 4 + 3, 7, 9.
Okay.
And then recurring or lingering. So that's 11.
Okay.
So
You've got an extra damage roll with the right AP. You can now roll when you make your spellcasting roll, your faith roll, I should say.
Thank you for telling me what I need to roll. Oh, that looks good. That looks good. Very faithful today. Okay, back to powers. And roll. Oh, that looks good. Okay. There we go.
That's 24. Oh, that didn't apply.
Another bright light hits this room.
Okay, and roll for the second one.
Oh, that was just 1. Okay. The second damage is what you're saying?
Yep, roll the second damage.
Okay. Well, that looks hopeful. Okay. Okay. So that's my first turn.
Those statues make an eerily human noise.
They do, don't they?
And then I'm going to step over to this guy use my sword, my blessed weapon, in case it matters. and use my extremely powerful combat skill to take a swing and hope for something good. Oh, that's more than I could ask for. Damn, did it hit? Yeah, so I'll do some damage. Okay. Oh, the cat likes it. Boom. Okay. That's it for my turn.
Oh, God, the cat doesn't stop talking.
I'll just move back to where I was. I'll move back to where I was. There we go. Nothing happened. We're on the same side. We're trying to protect the world. We could use your help. Please stop with the hostilities.
So Bartholomew gets the Joker.
Nice.
Okay.
I'm not spending bennies on that.
Never get the freaking Joker.
Oh, we got a Benny for that. Thank you. Good.
Let me see what I get. Have we been able to hit the Guardian so far?
The Guardian. The Guardian was shaken. Yes.
But only.
I've been able to do a wound, but it was Dean took bennies away. Used bennies to take it away. So good.
Okay. So it doesn't have like any kind of immunity.
No immunity. I was worried about it, but we didn't have to cast smite.
Egyptian immunity.
It's probably more solid now. It appears to be made of stone.
I know what I'll do.
This is going to be the freakiest background music I've ever had. Half a guitar tune because, of course, the microphone's only picking up half of it, and a cat singing along. And I don't think the cat and the guitar are necessarily in the same location.
11. Okay.
Yeah, the cat and the cat and the guitar.
Blue units.
That cat's a liar. He's been fed this morning.
He just doesn't like the guitar music.
You can't hear the guitar music, I suspect. unless you're on speakers rather than headphones, you can probably hear the guitar. Oh my word! There's boosting going on here. No, leave my poor monsters alone. No.
I am leaving them alone. That would be lower trait, not boost trait.
I don't understand that. By the way, I don't understand the restriction. The question: what regarding Flash Gordon? What restrictions exist on ranged weapons? If they're in the Flash Gordon rulebook, you can have them. Is the restriction?
There was talk about like only Ming's servants have access to stuff.
Yeah, but when the game starts, you are basically already members of the Freemen, so you would if you're fighting against Ming, you've got weapons. I know what you're saying. I misunderstood I'd forgotten that aspect of it. Yeah, no, you can equip yourselves however you want. You're player characters. You're fighting the rebellion against Ming, the merciless.
All right, and boost effect.
And no one can sing the song much as I'd love us to all just burst into one when we're playing Flash Gordon. Even if I have
fine. Anytime you avoid singing something by Queen, you win points in my book.
Oh, so. Come on.
Even though the
anytime you avoid,
it should be pointed. It should be pointed.
Fan.
It should
he
be pointed.
Doesn't like Billy Joel. It's terrible.
It should be pointed out. I have named the campaign Flash. Aha.
Did you really?
Like the
campaign is called Flash.
AJA.
I saw that. That was one of those movies I saw in the theater, and I just found it so terrible. It was like the first first movie I went to that I thought was terrible. Like 10 or 11, whatever age I was.
I will admit, I wasn't that impressed when I saw it as a child, but these days I love it. Okay, the sun ray hits Tatsuya.
I will have to give it another watch because we're the same age almost. I think exactly, and the fact is that
no, it's still cheesy.
Yeah, so we saw it at the same time.
It's still cheesy. Don't get me wrong. It's not. It's you know what I mean. It's you know what I mean. It's not. It's not unbelievably amazing. It's just.
Yeah, it's not fine art or anything like that, but it's come on.
It's not. It was. It was never meant to. It was never meant to be. It was never meant to be fine art. It was just meant to be.
I thought it was going to be like Star Wars, and it just wasn't.
Oh. Yeah, if you were expecting Star Wars, that would be a disappointment.
Okie dokie. So, okay. So the Guardian Rate points out 2 hands because it seems to be able to do 2 actions without penalty. And basically fires a sun ray at Tatsuya, causing 4 wounds, and a sun ray at Carl, causing a wound as they're both burned by the light of the sun.
Can I absorb it or anything?
You can soak it.
Defense?
You can roll soak.
Soak it. Soakage.
Tatsuya obviously got hit full force.
And it wasn't sufficiently spooky, right? Like Doctor Who, the dude with the scarf, that guy always freaked me out. Like it was just kind of creepy. So I watched that, but like on PBS when I was a kid.
How do I soak it? The way
drop a Benny on your wound
in the combat tracker.
It does. In the combat tracker.
I wouldn't mind, but he asks every week. I like the guy.
That was just so.
He did. I'm impressed. 4 wounds ignored.
Nice.
I just used it. I dropped it on the red thing in the combat tracker, but it didn't do anything.
It's hard to hit.
I personally find it's easier to hit the control button and then the soak button appears and you just click on that.
Indeed.
There it is. That? Oh well.
Do you have to select your character?
Control button? It's on your.
No.
It's on your computer. Sorry.
Wait a minute. I don't know what's going on.
I'll mute myself now.
I don't have. I'm not sure I did it right.
Where's the soak button pop up though?
You've got to have a wound for the soak button to appear.
Well, gotcha. You said I had a wound, but I didn't have a wound.
Yes, you do.
He's getting a wound up.
I'm not wounded up.
I have to say, Lopan was better.
It's not showing. It's not showing.
Got to be a reverse Benny.
That is a reverse Benny. It's not showing.
All done. Right. I did it for you. You're okay. Franz, you're up, sir.
Thank you. Wait, I did drop a Benny already, though. So I think that did you burn a Benny doing that? Oh.
Yep.
I think what I have left is I just need to telekinesis her butt. Some people won't listen to reason.
She's incredibly.
You just got to mind blast them into the next room.
Well, it's really more of a golem, so it doesn't really have a mind to persuade.
Golem? I hardly know him.
That's
oh my god.
Okay, that was funny.
You do with a raise.
Roll the damage.
Right. I'm just gonna throw her against the wall.
Okay, telekinesis, go for it. She gets a spirit check to resist, doesn't she? So let's see what happens there. Which doesn't work, therefore you hit the 2 wounds. So I'm going to spit. Let's do that. And take 2 wounds. And Aldous is up next.
It would be better if the guitar were an Egyptian instrument.
Hey, it's battered, meaning it's got -1 vigor and -1 toughness. Oz, you're up, sir. Ooh.
They did have a okay.
That's a hit.
It's a hit with a raise and a hit. Is that right?
Yeah.
Nice. The Ripper Claws.
I'm waiting for that to get resolved.
Roll on both.
Well, no, I want to wait.
No, you roll on both, and then that will decide what I do with my 2 remaining bennies, doesn't it?
No, I want to see what you do now with these bennies. I'm trying to bleed those things out.
No.
All right, I'll roll.
You roll for speed. You do all your rolls, and then I do all my rolls to speed the game up.
Okay, I'm going to benny that. Wait.
As the rules state, you can spend a benny at any time. Therefore, the GM is going to wait until you finish all your attack rolls, damage rolls, before he chooses to spend any bennies, as is my prerogative. See, now there's no. Well, I mean, she's got. The point being is she's got 1 benny left, so I might as well spend 1 benny, her last benny, to try and negate the 4 wounds. But when it fails, you see, it doesn't matter. The point is, I wouldn't waste my own bennies on it.
That's what I was trying to bleed out. But right. I got you. Either way.
Okie dokie.
And now I end my turn.
That's okay. So please deactivate the powers you've cast on everyone to save me having to do it.
Yes. Okay.
All right. Where am I? There I am.
Oh no, I'm going to leave speed up in case we need to run out of this place.
Well, because of the nature of the maze, it won't last long enough.
Mm.
You consider your speed's only going to last.
Oh.
I'm just looking around to see if I notice anything.
Yeah.
Carl looks around to see if anybody objects to him trying to open the book again. Or after Tatsuya did it. Shall I see what's in the book and see if we can?
Okay. Well, no. The point is by defeating the Guardians. By defeating the Guardians, you can take the book and leave at leisure, so you can cancel all the powers. However, unfortunately, you now have the book, but you don't know where you need to go with the book.
Well, there is the problem that if the book is that dangerous, we probably shouldn't leave with it. We should figure out what we need to do.
Didn't that guy come with us?
No, nobody came with us. That's why we want to kind of skim the book a little bit and see if it says anything before we head out of here, though.
Yeah. We're in a reasonably safe space to actually check out the book first.
Well, in that case, cancel all your powers, because they'll definitely run out if you're reading the book.
Okay. Well, Carl is now reading the book along with everybody else, I guess.
Well, you need to be able to read Egyptian hieroglyphs to read the book.
Oh.
Does anyone else see that
language is all about?
Does anyone else see that Himini is playing StarCraft instead of joining us?
I'm not bothered. I'm not bothered.
No.
Least he could do is hop on and give us some bennies. You
Right?
bastard.
I'm not bothered. I'll tell you what I will do is I will reduce the number of potential Flash Gordoners to 7.
Oh.
It's fine. It's fine.
Which is sad because StarCraft is much closer to Flash Gordon thematically than it is to Egypt. But
Yep, ain't nothing like a Zerg rush. Zerg rush.
Hang on, something's gone.
You
I
play
just
Oh
saw
no,
Warcraft,
no, no,
StarCraft.
no, 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 no.
that's
Okay.
StarCraft.
We have
I know.
an
I was- don't worry.
interesting mistake made here. So I'm just closing Fantasy
Oh
Grounds. So
no.
I need to fix Fantasy Grounds. I accidentally resized it, so I need to get the quickest way to get everything back is to close it down. Sorry about this. Go to my backup of Fantasy Grounds. Go to my backup folder. Go to Fantasy Grounds in my backup drive. Go to the campaign in my backup drive. Go to the campaign in my backup drive, which I haven't found yet. Where is it? Rippers. Then all I do is I find Windows state.xml and I copy that and I paste that over the version I now have on my system. And when I reopen Fantasy Grounds, everything will be back where it should be. And I don't have to move it all manually. I'm quite glad when I work. The only downside is I actually have to turn off Fantasy Grounds to do it. But there we are. Fantasy Grounds is coming back up now. Sorry about that. Load, start. I was trying to, I managed to minimize, resize the window by mistake. Bennies must flow for when you get the game back. I probably agree. I definitely think you deserve Bennies. I had to muck it up. Rolls. Now I'm in trouble. I said it. Oh well. Mustn't do that. Oh, there we are. Okie dokie. 5th of, well, I remember 5th of January is probably going to be start date because that's the continuing. And it didn't fix it. It didn't bloody fix it. Oh well. How annoying is that? It must have upped. The backup must have kicked in just as the site. The backup kicked in at the same moment. I basically buggered up the position, so I'm going to have to do it all manually. How annoying. Oh well.
Do you have an old copy of that window file on some other backup?
Nah, well, I probably do, but getting it is it's when I say it's not a proper grandfather son backup. It literally is. It's for speed. It's just for replicating. It means if I do something stupid or accidentally delete a file, I can quickly get it back. It doesn't, you know what I mean? It's not the end of the world. I can move everything. I can move everything manually. It's just easier if I restore it instantly. You know, it's not a proper backup in the truest sense. It is just a replication. I do actually have proper backups, but they're not. I don't really worry about the campaigns that much on immediate. But that's okay. So anyway, we're all getting back in, and I get to pennies, which is good.
I'm confused, but
it's a snapshot, not a full-fledged archival backup system.
It's just literally, it's not even a snapshot. It is just file it replicates. It's a file replication of my H drive, and it runs very regularly. Because obviously in Fantasy Grounds is where I do a lot of my dev work, isn't it? So I've got it running. I think it runs every 15 minutes or so. Yeah, it ran 2 minutes ago. It ran just as I did it. Yeah, I've got it set to run every 10 minutes. It will check for any changes that I've made and just skip them off. It just means if I accidentally bugger up a file, I can instantly get it back. It's not a long-term backup in that regard. For longer-term stuff, for the Fantasy Grounds dev work, I use Git these days. Especially after I bucked up the... It's called Backup. It's called Backup 2 with the A in it spelled like a V. Very cheap. It was very good. Backup 2 Pro, but with a V. I say it just literally does a file replication. It's very useful. I use it for Dropbox and other stuff. And then this replicates to a drive, and then that drive backs up on a nightly basis. So I can get the file back, but I have to go off to the cloud and do the restore, and I'm not stopping a game for a restore. It didn't take me that long to rearrange them.
It's a whole process for that.
Exactly. That's for when things go really wrong. And that's when I discovered that it hadn't, basically something had gone wrong and it hadn't run for a while. And the last time the backup took place, was 2 weeks before, so that's why I had to redo the entire science fiction campaign.
Are we supposed to be reconnecting to the fantasy grounds now, or?
Yes, indeed. Right.
It's just taking a long time.
Yep.
To resolve connection.
Yep.
Well, that's because everyone's joining back in all at the same time, bro.
Yeah.
Well, then I'll stop starting and restarting.
Also,
Yeah,
Fantasy Ground doesn't like you.
That could be. That could be.
Dude, I'm just teasing. I didn't.
That's quite cruel. Okay. I could. Well, you don't need to do anything while you're getting in. So, aftermath. Investigator.
That's what she said.
Enemy of my enemy. No. I love the way the actual book is. The book is in the next. What the book tells you is in the next. Okay. Reading the book requires knowledge of Egyptian hieroglyphs. But the heroes have the book translated. It also contains each success and raise on an academics roll or a research at -2. The book is if the book is translated. Okay, so yes, that's an interesting one. Not sure how that works. Well, I would say, to be honest, yeah, to get the most out of this, you probably want people to have it translated, because you can't do research or academics on the book unless you can read the book. Unless you can read Egyptian hieroglyphs, you're going to need to get the book translated before you can analyze the book. Or rely on Tatsuya's academics roles to tell you the information.
Wait a minute. This book is extremely dangerous and was hidden from humanity. So
dangerous. It was extremely important.
Yeah, but it was hidden to avoid it being leaked, right?
Preserved.
Oh, to make it preserved, so it couldn't be destroyed?
Yes.
Okay, well, so actually duplicating it and replicating it would be good. So maybe getting it translated and shared would be good. Is that what we're saying?
Yeah.
Okay, then that's fine.
But what I'm saying is you'll have to get it translated before you can analyze it. So in the meantime, while that's going on, you could do the other aspect of what you need to sort out.
Just
remember to start the session.
The cult or something?
Yeah, investigating the cult.
Investigate the cult. Okay. Well, can I do some gossiping around? Find out about the cult? Or?
You certainly can.
Okay, let's do some of that. Oh, this new page thing is kind of funny. So I will do persuasion for gossip. Was that? Oh, that didn't work very well. Or it did work. I guess I can't read the dice. Affected by boost. I'm still being boosted.
I know, because I'm deleting the effects at the moment.
Okay.
Oh, they canceled everything.
Yeah, there was some left. I don't know why.
Probably because he was the only one that got that.
Quite probably, yes.
Okay, do you want me to spend a Benny then, so I can get a proper persuasion going?
Yeah, you got a success.
Anyone
else?
Though. I think it was boosted. It was boosted.
You still rolled a 4. It doesn't matter.
I did roll a 4? I don't know. I thought I didn't, but I was wondering how that solved. Anyhow, whatever. Okay, good enough.
I'll knock out 3 power points for you being boosted. There you go.
There you go then. Okay, does anyone else want to ask around?
Okay.
This can be done as a research thing.
No, this is definitely networking, because you're trying to find out where a cult has got its whole. Oh, and also you have to head back to Cairo to find the cult, of course. So you get back to Cairo, where you want to be anyway. Alan has some people Alan has some people inside the lodge that can do the translation, so they'll get the translation sorted out in a week or so. In the meantime,
I'll start with him asking about the cult.
With a success and raises, he's not heard of the cult of APAC, which worries him that there could be one. You discover, asking around, that the cult has its headquarters hidden in the oldest part of Cairo.
Okay.
Eventually, obviously, basically, you head to the location of you head to the location you were given for the cult hideout.
Dude, you cats are just fucking unbelievable.
Maybe you should feed them.
Or drown them.
Mine's
Please
choking on
notice
my
a
mess
GM,
with food, too.
please notice a GM. I do not condone the suggestion by one of my players to do anything unfortunate to cats. I've seen that deck. One I very much like cats myself, and 2, I've seen the Netflix show about cat owners.
And 3, cats are very important.
I love the cat. I love the cats too, and I've got a daughter that would kill me if anything happened to them. So
3, cats are very
while
important
I joke
for
about
internet
accidentally being
internet
left out,
popularity.
there's no way I could do that.
Cats run the internet. Cats power the internet. Anyway,
With static electricity and claws.
indeed, you have reached the cult's hideout.
Nice.
How long did that take us time with?
A couple of hours, so you'll get your PowerPoints back.
Okay.
Oh yeah, everyone can reset their PowerPoints because you had to travel back to Cairo anyway, and then searching around took a couple of hours. So everyone gets their PowerPoints back. Rand still has a conviction running when he shouldn't. Okay, there we go. You basically go to the carpet shop. You stride to the back of the carpet shop, pull aside the carpet, open the door, and head down the stairs, and you find yourself in the cult.
But the carpets match the drapes.
Oh, dude.
What?
The corridor.
We pull back the curtain. I'm asking if the carpets match the drapes. It's a fairly straightforward question.
Oh,
I think you killed the cats with that one.
Kitty,
Right.
It's a good thing you're not.
Maybe I didn't share the map with you guys. That might help.
I have the map.
Yep.
I think you did share it.
Hey.
Okay, so we are in this back room, and I see some sort of religious dais with a symbol, a religious symbol.
No, probably not. It's going to be all Egyptian in here. Yeah, it's going to be Egyptian artifacts and stuff.
And we're here to stop a ritual. I think that's our interest in this, is that the cultists
You're trying to find out what the cult's up to.
Yeah, well, we're afraid that they're the ones in charge of summoning APEP.
So
Am I
I'm going to
supposed to
start
see anything?
picking up these barrels and boxes and stacking them right here.
There's something very wrong with your fantasy grounds, mate.
Who, mine?
If you can't see the map, something's gone very wrong with your fantasy grounds. I'm afraid. It's a gorgeous map that I found. I found on Dungeon Fog and basically modified very slightly.
Why can't I ping? What is it? Is it shift right click? Nope.
Space double click.
No, it's space.
There we go. I'm going to get the boxes from here. And move them over in front of that gate.
Oh.
I wonder why you can't see the map.
Maybe share it again? See if that helps.
No, I mean, I just tried to open it again too. It's cool. I can't see a thing.
Still loading for you guys, man?
Well, we're in a big room, a big storeroom, with a dais on one, a curious dais on one end, and a whole bunch of barrels and stuff on throughout the rest of the room, with a hallway running off it with 5 other discernible doors or rooms.
I think the problem is you're playing Diablo 4. That's why you can't see it.
No, that's just a stupid thing on Discord.
Anyway, there you go.
That's on Xbox, but yeah.
I'm just teasing.
I don't play it on
I was just having a bit of fun because that's what it said.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
I wouldn't be playing 2 games at once.
Anyway,
That'd be weird.
if you check your Discord.
Ooh, are these gas lamps?
Yes.
Hmm.
Is
there any
that
sort of
door at the
regulator
north
on
end of
those
this-
gas lamps?
Is
Probably.
that door at the north end of the room glowing?
It does appear
Yes,
to be
it
glowing,
is.
yes.
Are you glowing?
So
Is there any
far-
sort of regulator on those gas lamps? And if so, is
Hey,
is it after the wall or is it in the wall? Like if I were to rip one of those gas lamps off and light it,
you'd kill
is there
quite a
backflow
large
regulator?
you'd kill quite a large people in the marketplace above.
Oh, okay.
Oh, we're downstairs. We ended up going downstairs.
Yeah, you're in the basement beneath the marketplace.
It's not
very-
fun, GM. Why
A
can't you
very
let me
highly
play with
crowded
explosives?
marketplace. It should be pointed out that you haven't seen anyone down here yet. There appears to be evidence that basically they knew you were coming and hastily cleared out. You can see everywhere. You can see in corners of the room there appears like they burnt lots of stuff. But obviously they had too much here. Also looks there's lots of storage. Would anyone? Hey, well, there's a notice check. Anyway, you could keep exploring.
Yeah,
It looks
I'm
like
just
there's a blood.
I'm piling stuff in front of that gate.
It looks like there's a blood pool over here. I thought I saw
Oh,
somebody's.
yeah. Look at that. It's a comic book character that'll become.
Guys, I think I found it.
It's the glowy chanty thing. Oh, is this the chanty chamber?
Oh.
What are you on today?
I don't know.
Anyway, so Bartholomew, you rolled. So Bartholomew, your notice check. You notice some pages from what appears to be an almanac. It accurately sets out dates of the flooding of the Nile and other important events, but a single day is heavily circled in ink. You think that might be a pertinence, but the date has no significance. You have no apparent significance at the moment. Well, you can try an academic. You can try an academics roll here, or you can take it back to the lodge for a research roll.
I'll take it back to the lodge for a research roll because I'm just going to grab the papers and hold on to them.
Okay.
We still have unknown things.
I think that's a Wednesday, isn't it?
Yes.
Now, trouble always shows up on Tuesday.
Weird purple burning flames in braziers around the edge of this room. The whole place appears deserted. It looks like they've cleared out. Whether because they knew you were coming, or they've already headed off to their ultimate destination is unknown. But you can see there is obviously all sorts of unpleasantness done here. Obviously, you're all searching the place. Sir Bartholomew has already made his notice check. If everybody except Sir Bartholomew would like to make a notice check to see if they find anything pertinent, I will let you know.
I only want to see you in the purple flame. Purple flame. Purple flame.
Please. Jesus Christ.
What is he on today?
Good wine.
Yeah, probably. I think he's obviously doing it. Pardon me.
Red
something to do with
wine.
that. Yeah. there you go.
Oh, for Christ's sake. I'm muting you.
I'm getting
Where's that?
copyright reports to fill out later, aren't I?
And you were
I'm
I'm going to
complaining
get you a
about my
stamp that says,
guitar.
in fairness.
I
it
wasn't
was
complaining about the guitar. I
horribly
wasn't
done."
complaining about the guitar. I was explaining the guitar.
Oh,
No, I wasn't. I shouldn't be doing that either. I was just noodling around.
Okay.
Quietly, I thought. But The mic, I guess, was picking it up.
Okay, so I'm going to do, yeah. So basically, with those roles, you get to find all there is. So you also discover some correspondence discussing a forthcoming cult journey to some temples up the Nile at Luxor and beyond. And yet more correspondence makes reference to Neshrenna, but there's no detail about who or what that is.
Luxor.
It's really, I will probably use this map in another campaign another time. I thought it's a really good map, and I thought give you a map to make you think you're going to sneak around it, but you can by all means explore. So you have you've got the book, and you know a destination, and when you get back to your lodge, you can of course do the research, determine what the significance of that date is.
Okay. Are we done here then?
Pretty much, yes. Yeah. I just I
I
found a really cool map and decided to use it for today, but also with a view that I can always use it in the future. So all good. Would you like to, when you get back to the lodge, you can make your research checks.
Okay.
Right.
It's meant to be a fight in here, but I can't be bothered. Okie dokie.
I've always wanted to go to the Temple of Luxor.
Okay.
Even Carl researched properly.
Indeed.
It's only a 5-hour drive for me.
So, looking up, obviously, that date that
you talk about the one in Vegas, though.
Oh, that's the real one, isn't it?
You must be in SoCal.
The date it would appear the date highlighted on the marked date that's highlighted on the almanac appears to be indicating a predicted date of a solar,
which is how far away? The date is how far away?
A week or so, a couple of weeks. Yeah, a couple of weeks, because it's going to take a week for you to get the translation. So then you'll have to work your way through all the book and find out all the pertinent facts. But now you know that the cult is heading up the Nile in 2 weeks, coincide with a solar eclipse. But how do these facts tie together? Perhaps the book can help, but we shall have to find that out next time. We shall leave it there today. I hope you enjoyed. I certainly did.
Yay.
Thank you.
Indeed.
Thank you.
Indeed. As we begin the final chapter of the official Return of Evil campaign, The Dying of the Light. We might have to do a one shot if we finish it quick. If we finish that one before the end of the year, just in case. And then obviously, we shall return in January for Flash Gordon to get those characters built. But anyway, thank you very much for today. And hopefully on Tuesday, there won't be any more issues and we can carry on with Pathfinder. Get it out the way so we can play the captain instead one shot. Yes. Take care.
Thank you. So I'm looking at the error message. It's saying it's a casting.